Oh, jeez. Okay. There you go.
Alright, the power is in my hand.
Go set your weird control scheme.
It's not even weird.
Freak of nature.
You're weird.
Doesn't even have his pause button
Whoa,
mapped
we got
to the pause button.
practice?
Yeah, it's finally back. Performing for you.
Whoa, we got a manual?
Wait, really?
There's
Click
a
it.
manual. How to play.
What?
Perhaps because it was the coming of a
Tsukumogami.
Tsukumogami. Reimu's purification rod started to move on its own. In the presence of Reimu employed by the gods, this kind of suspicious happening was to be despised and avoided, but it was convenient for her, so she used the rod anyway. Story of my life. Before she realized it, she was keeping the purification rod a secret from others. However, the time soon came. Clouds of unease spread across the sky. Yokai that had been quiet and gentle until now started rampaging all over the place. Even Reimu, caught flat-footed from the time of peace, could sense that a big incident was finally starting. With weapon in hand, Reimu must deal with it. However, her weapon is becoming a Tsukumogami. Will everything really be alright?
I'm actually quite surprised that the manual was in there.
In this game, you shoot down your enemies while dodging their bullets. Each stage has a boss at the end, and when you defeat that boss, you clear the stage. And yes, it's best to not get hit.
Thanks, son. Alright, is there any gimmick to this game? Anyway, hello guys, yeah. We're back with another week of stuff.
Special, slow.
I spent yesterday making things work. But it ended up not being that much work because I did most of what I needed to do the day before anyway. So...
Alright, so we've got Emerald level, easy mode, for those bad at shooting games and for rehabilitation. Aquamarine level, normal mode, a relatively easy difficulty recommended for all ages. Ruby level, hard mode, a pretty hard difficulty recommended for maniacs. Hope Diamond level, lunatic mode, the cursed difficulty.
This is a Steam version? I didn't know 14 was on Steam, actually. I didn't even check. Huh, well... I might have to go and buy that then.
We've got the mysterious flying Miku.
I thought the 13 and onwards are on Steam. I didn't know that. I thought only 16 and 17 were on Steam. Okay, yeah, and Sakuya is back, and it's better than ever.
Yay! So you know who I'm playing, right?
Her eyes are blue now.
So they are.
Alright.
Use Bewitched Weapon, Silver Blade. Unfocused shot, focused shot. Don't use Bewitched Weapon.
So you can use the weapon or not use the weapon.
Why would I...
I don't know.
Oh, I feel like I should use the weapon. Unfocused shot.
Maybe?
Focus shot, Bewitched Sword, Silver Blade. A sword
What's the
slows
difference?
flow of time. Well, the focus shot is time.
Smart Robber. Attack that steals green score items from the enemy. The closer you are, the more you'll steal. That's it? What's the other one do?
Sword which slows the flow of time for stabbed enemies. Enemies will explode after a set number when switched to unfocused mode. Take no damage by them.
What? So you like what?
So I hit them and then unfocus and they explode?
That's interesting. Magic Weapon Sakuya is super good for melting through enemies. Alright, well, there's your answer.
Then I do it.
Why can you choose not to use them?
I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay, I don't remember much about this game to anything at all, honestly. Plot reasons. Fair enough, fair enough.
So basically I just create knives.
Oh, that's busted, dude. They
so
just...
what you're saying is that I picked the top tier.
Well, they stick to them and don't do any damage, and when you let go, they explode. So you can effectively cover 2 areas at once. You still need things, though.
Yeah, I still gotta collect things.
Alright, well that's neat.
Whoa, it's Cherno!
Wait, really? Oh yeah, this is the Misty Lake. Well, good to see she's back.
I want to unfocus.
So you unfocus, and then you focus, and then they attack?
Yeah.
Weird. Who's the best character in this game? She didn't even drop a life piece.
She dropped a bomb. And there's that. I don't know where that came from, but it's here now.
Yeah, I didn't think Cherno was coming back. And we only just started. So yeah, the plan for today, chat, is we're gonna sit here and play this for, who knows, probably 2 hours or so.
Something like that.
And then .flow will be starting. I'm pretty excited for that one.
I'm excited for that one too. I play. Oh, I didn't play it. I watched you play it with friends. So this is what it's like to do lake cleanup.
You there?
Oh, it's Wakasara Hime.
You're the one from that mansion on the bank of the lake.
A half-fish person? I had no idea there was anything else besides fairies living in this lake of death.
Yeah, see? That's how it is. It's been a long time since you forgot about the existence of us all. Yokai. Oh, we're going into it.
We're going straight into it.
Alright, here's fish. So yeah, I've mentioned this before, but Touhou 14, the first 3 bosses of Touhou 14, or even the 4th stage boss as well, they actually have very little to do with, like, anything. Like, they're affected by the goings-on of the game's events, but it's not like other games where once you reach like stage 3 or 4, you're kind of like fighting everyone within that group, so to speak. But it does a similar thing in Touhou 16, where the first 4 bosses have no relation to like anything at all. They're just the characters at the end of the stage. And then stage 5 is when you're like, oh, this is what's going on. This game is the exact same, where you reach stage 5 and then you're like, oh, this is what's going on. These are the perpetrators. But the difference between Touhou 14 and Touhou 16 is a lot of the characters in Touhou 16, and to be fair, Touhou 16 is a lot newer than Touhou 14. A lot of those characters are kind of... Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, so there were creatures like this around the neighborhood. How interesting. Maybe I'll take a look around. I'll make them into rust on my knife. Okay.
Dirty.
Yeah, that's kind of dirty. Rust ain't clean. Right, now where am I?
Anyway, as I was saying, Touhou 16 characters are... They're all yokai, but they're yokai that don't really, like, show themselves, so to speak. So there's On, who's the like, one of the statue guardians at shrines, so she barely ever has form. There's what's her name? Yamane? Whatever. The old lady in the yokai mountains, and they're a race of yokai that live deep in the forest in seclusion. They don't come out very much. There's Eternity Larva, which is just a bug fairy. We've seen that one before. And there's a Jizo statue, but not like not a Yama level Jizo statue, just a Jizo statue. Not Yamame, no. I forget her name. Call her Murder Grandma. Or Machete Lady, whatever. They're very weird characters. I mean, this one's also kind of the same. So you got a mermaid, you have a Rokudo Kubi, and you have a werewolf. Those are your 3 yokai at the beginning, and then you have Tsukumogamis as your stage 4 boss. You can hit her head, it does damage, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just kind of hitting focus and making my knife super for me.
Yeah, I noticed. Namuno. Yes, the big cat girl. But yeah, those characters they don't have much to do with anything that's going on in this game, but people like them, and people like to put them together as like a little group of friends. Except Yatsuhashi and Ben, commonly referred to as Ben and Ben's sister, because no one remembers her name as Yatsuhashi. And you got Raiko, and Raiko's well known because, well, she dresses really nice, and she enjoys getting smacked like a drum, if you catch my drift. So yeah.
There are even yokai running amok this close to the human village. Piecing in Sokyo is like a babble upon sand, isn't it?
You showed up quick. Have you come to exterminate me? Oh, it even says, bizarreness of the Rokudo Kubi. See, she's not a Dullahan, chat. She's not a Dullahan.
Well, yes. I don't want to hit the button in case I skip. I started wanting to cut something, like a neck.
Oh, you ain't gonna find one here. So there are humans who are this courageous too. Though that only means they'll experience terror in return.
But her BGM is Dullahan under the willow.
That's the most confusing part, Andrew. No one knows. No one gets it.
I like the part where my knives will explode after a while anyway. So
yeah, I'm not joking when I say Raiko likes being used like a drum. That's exactly what you think. And let me tell you, that rolled over well with the community, so to speak. Sage is a character who is interesting because Sage ended up coming back as her own character in her own game. But then when you beat that game, Sage is just kind of like, alright, well, I'm now Gensokyo's most wanted, so I can't... There's no way to write her back into the story, I think. She got away, but what's she supposed to do now? As soon as she shows her face again, she's gonna get clapped by everyone. So I wonder if we'll ever see her come back, but she's one of the few characters in Touhou lore that's actually, like, a bad guy, so to speak. Like, she's kind of more a shithead, but she's actively trying to do things in Gensokyo for her own benefit. Well, they're all doing it for their own benefit, but she's not so easily defeated and like, well, you got me. Guess I'll just not do anything stupid ever again.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Need to know, is it a bum bum drum? It can be whatever you like, but yes, that is what I was referring to. I just didn't want to say it because this is a PG stream. I like Sekibonki's head. You can just get a plush of it. What's with you? You're actually strong?
Did I even once say that I was weak? But my expectations were off.
What do you mean?
Because I didn't need to cut your neck in the first place.
Yeah. How come you only have one extra life?
I don't know, because I've been collecting life pieces.
Alright, I love this stage theme. The bamboo forest of the full moon.
So I'm in the bamboo forest again.
I will. Now, a lot of people actually love this this Touhou character. I find that interesting.
Oh, this theme.
Feast of the 15th Night refers to the full moon, by the way, just in case you didn't know. Because she's a werewolf, and again, she's ultimately not relevant to the plot of this game or any game. She doesn't really ever come back either. But people absolutely love their Awu girl that isn't named Momiji. But sometimes it is Momiji. People just like wolf girls, I guess. You're in a pickle.
Nah, I'm fine.
Well, now you are. You pressed the bomb button.
Alright, I thought I could get out of that, but in the end I couldn't.
Shush, Moko fan. Hey, Moko is very relevant and has a very interesting backstory.
There's the Awu girl.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with old Kagero here. I'm just saying I find it kind of surprising how popular she ended up being. But I guess you could say the same about a character like Momiji. But at the same time, I think Momiji gets a lot of extra time to shine because she's constantly with Aya. And Aya gets a ridiculous amount of time to do things. Even though I'm pretty sure Momiji only really appears with Aya and Fanon. And in canon, Momiji's pretty much just neglected. Poor Momiji.
I don't like how, like, tight-knit they're getting into the wall here.
Just didn't get around it.
I did.
See? You did it. Oh, it wasn't so hard.
No.
How do you get extra lives in this, Chad? He's only gotten one.
I've been collecting many life pieces, I see.
I haven't seen any, though.
I picked up, like, a few.
How do you get them?
I don't know. I know nothing about this game, Dylan. I didn't even know Sakuya was in it.
You did. Yeah, that's a. I forgot that Yoma was in 13, but then as soon as I saw her, I was like, wait, that makes perfect sense. I knew where this game took place. What's the gimmick? What's the gimmick?
The gimmick is that
Hey guys.
we're actually playing Smogon, where they banned the gimmick, so now it's just vanilla Pokemon.
We are the Touhou Council. We are better than you. Not because we are, but because we said we are. And now you have to respect
And
that.
since no one else is going to come forward and say it as well, that just means you have to deal with it.
You've come to exterminate me, haven't you? Look at her nails.
How strange. Oh yeah, they're very sharp. Do all of you want to be exterminated, perhaps?
I wonder, can you defeat me?
Yes, I believe I can.
Lupagarin. Oh, quick answer.
I can't seem to hold back this knife today.
Too bad for you, though, trying to fight me on the night of the full moon. Alright, have fun.
I won't.
The more items you collect at the POC thing, you can get more drops. What is the POC?
That's a good question. There's one.
Oh, she awoos! Chat, she awoos. No wonder people love this character. It all makes sense. Why does she do triangles?
It sounds like Vulpix from Puzzle League.
More items you collect at the point. Oh, so the more items you collect by doing the screen collect thing, the more you can get drops. So basically, you're incentivized to actually go to the item clear line.
Okay.
I get it. I get it. Good luck doing that. The rule of thumb is when the Touhou character activates the background, you run to the bottom of the screen. There you go. Go get the stuff.
Oh yeah, there we go.
So yeah, it caused a bomb piece to drop. I see how it works now.
I see now.
All right, I'll duly note it for the future.
Oh, I just noticed a little blue tick on their health bar that shows when they. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, there's a blue tick that indicates when it goes to the next spell card. Oh, you almost got hit again.
I almost got.
She's aimed at you.
She's a wooing, and I'm not a fan.
She's gonna come right down at you. Holy shit.
Fuck that.
Wait, this time she didn't jump at you? Well, now she did. Oh no, I think she's just doing a Z pattern.
It's quite possible that it is all she is doing. But
It just you just happened to move in the exact spot she was going. Yeah, she has a set pattern.
Okay, there we go. Who should it be but a wolfman? I thought it said wolf woman.
I'm a wolf woman. There you go.
Okay, that should have. Well, either way, I'll have you become rust on my knife.
Beep.
Better not. If my knife gets rusted, that'll be a problem. Let's just settle for striking you with the back.
Striking me with the back. Doesn't that knife have an edge on both sides?
Well, either way.
I'm scared. Humans are scary.
What am I trying to accomplish by bullying around a yokai like this? That's a good question. Why are you being so mean?
Here's stage 4.
You know, last time I saw this background, the stage went on for 4 minutes and I didn't have fun.
This time it's darker though. I like the boss theme for these characters, but I don't really care about them. It's happening during a thunderstorm, by the way.
Oh.
So you get pretty flashes. The music's good for the stage though. Every 5 top of screen bonuses you get, unless you've collected enough items to get a 2.0 bonus, and you can get guaranteed life piece. You kind of lost me, but what I gather from that is that as long as you go to the top of the screen and collect stuff, you get stuff.
Alright, I got scared.
You know when Frostbite is? Is that this week coming up?
Know.
I watched, yesterday I watched the Smash Summit, and then I watched,
I know people were talking, okay, there we go. They disappeared out of nowhere.
Smash Summit was good, and then I watched Vinny do a Sunday stream.
Oh, I
Item clear line, item clear line!
I would love to, Dylan. Let me just get up to there real quick.
If you want easy game, play Marissa B. Saki A is good too, though.
That's what I'm doing!
No bonus. At least they're all blue so I can see them. Oh, that death bomb.
I feel like I didn't earn that death bomb, I'll be real with you.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm gonna pick Raymo anyway, chat, because I always do. Hey, you know that one? Who's that?
I don't know.
You got a 50-50 shot, Andrew.
A 50-50 shot?
Who is it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I mean, I don't know. Dylan, did you miss the part where I said I didn't know anyone in this game?
I already told you their names.
Did you?
Yes!
Alright, I'm scared because these are musical notes and I'm not ready for them.
Just think of them like... Think of the rest like, what do you call it? An arrow. You put yourself in a terrible spot.
Yeah, and I live, bitch.
You can't tell him, Demo.
Well,
Then he's gonna act like he knew from the beginning when he doesn't even know.
I still don't know though.
Of course I chose Raymu. Why wouldn't I? Raymu is the character I have the most success with.
Funny because it's true.
I talk about how I like using Marissa because she fits my playstyle, and then I end up picking Persuasion Needles and actually winning. I can't win with Marissa. I just can't. Something about her.
She's too fat.
Yeah, she's too thick. Too much junk in the trunk. I need that cheap hitbox that Raymu walks around with. 10. Okay, 10. I don't know why I'm so bad at 10. I really don't. And good luck beating 11. 11 is going to cause you a lot of grief, and then 12 might make you yell at your your computer screen.
All these eerie clouds suddenly turned up out of the blue, but it certainly doesn't seem like it was naturally caused.
Found you. Someone who looks like they could be my opponent.
Great, an enemy. My knife was starting to get rather thirsty.
Oh, hold on. I found her first.
Oh, it was Ben's sister.
And what's her name? First come, first serve, big sis. And why is that? Also, you did see her first, but your shoddy music won't be enough.
Damn.
To defeat the Tsukumogami user.
Tsukumogami user? I see. This Yoken, the witch sword, does seem like a Tsukumogami.
What are you saying? It doesn't just seem like one. However you look at it, it is definitely a Tsukumogami. Well, whatever. I'll leave it to you, older sister. Later.
Bye, Ben's sister. You're not getting away that easily.
Hold it. I'm your opponent. In this world of social upheaval where everything is turned on its head, who is the strongest tool? We'll decide that here and now.
have no idea who that was.
It was... My god, Andrew. I need to walk to a wiki, so can you please explain the origins of Bad Apple? To be honest with you, I don't know. The only thing I know about Bad Apple is that it was the Stage 3 theme for Touhou 4, and I guess somebody really liked it, and they made a animation with it, and then they also made a song to it, and it just got really popular. It probably looked very, very good for its time, because I still think it holds up really well. And people were like, holy shit, this is fantastic. But honestly, I don't know the origin of that one. Wow, nice job.
There we go.
It's a good song, though. I definitely find myself going back to listening to it every now and again. Same with Ronald McDonald Insanity, in which I don't know where that one came from either, to be honest with you. I think they just like remixing Japanese McDonald's commercials because Ronald McDonald is hilarious when he speaks Japanese. Ooh, nice. This looks pretty tough.
It is, but this is one of those, like, it's tough, but it's also not.
Where's the hitbox on them?
I assume it's just on the end because I'm definitely going to the top part of them.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Alright, I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Alright.
A weird love for fast food places. Yeah,
Curry lasers!
Oh shit, I didn't even notice those. I was looking at the rest and the... He's dead.
Fucking lasers.
He's dead, chat. Wicked musical score. Oh, it's like a score sheet, I get it. The lyrics to Bad Apple are super dark. That I actually knew because I listened to Liz's English cover of it. Hey, you did it. Fine, I give! I surrender!
No matter how much I cut, this blade doesn't grow dull.
Well, I mean, the whole world is meant for tools right now.
Whole world for tools? What are you talking about?
It means that in this world, even yokai who are normally docile can possess power.
What kind of world is that? This is the first I've heard of it.
You want to receive the same blessing too, right? You should go on ahead then.
Go to where exactly?
To the inverted castle, of course. That's where our power is coming from.
Oh boy, we're going to Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, so the plot of this game is Seija is basically pulling up a whole revolution where the weakest yokai overthrow the strong yokai and become the strong yokai. And now watch the background as it spins around and makes you not nauseous.
Spin!
Everything about Seija is annoying because she just reverses everything. Does this castle belong to Sukuna or Seija? I'm actually not sure on that. I thought it was.
How close they are to me.
Well, it's because the screen reversed, right?
Lever down.
Ain't it confusing?
Yes, quite. I want that life.
This is Sukuna's castle? Okay.
I'm going to use the bomb to get 3 life bomb pieces.
You death bombed and you got a bomb for it.
Yeah,
see, they're all upside down.
I don't...
Kind of annoying.
It is a little... I got 3 more bomb pieces.
Realistically, the point of collection line should be at the bottom of the screen then, shouldn't it?
Yes, it should actually. You bring up a fantastic point.
There's those rice bullets you love so much.
No, these are not the rice bullets.
Well,
the rice bullets are like only ever been on Kaneko.
Sukuna is, she's an inchling, if you couldn't tell. I don't really know much in the lore of inchlings. I just know that she possesses an item called like the Miracle Mallet or something. And only inchlings can use it. And it's some super god item that caused this whole event. And Seija over here convinced Sukuna about the injustices of the world to get her to use it. But it's, yeah, all the bullets come from behind you.
I thought I got through it, I really did.
Sukuna's a shithead. She's an not Sukuna, sorry, Seija. Seija's an Amano-jaku, a lesser demon, who really isn't that strong, but gets by with a lot of tricks. She's also classic tsundere because she means the opposite of everything she says, and it's kind of annoying, but the character also doesn't really exist outside of fanon anymore, so you can do whatever you want with her.
So from what I've gathered, Seija is annoying.
Yes, she is. The one confirmed bad guy. People say Saga's a bad guy. She probably is. But Sage is the only one to actually like show up in canon and be like, I am not nice. somehow one of the easiest stage 5 bosses. Probably because he tried to, like, utilize her gimmick in a way that didn't make people super frustrated. So, in turn, what that created was an easier boss. Fine by me.
I ran into the last enemy. That hurt.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda bombed.
Yeah, you're right, like this.
How do you deal with this? It's so fucking close to you.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Everything died. What? Who are you? There's no place for humans. Take your leave at once.
I heard that if I came here, tools could be granted power. I'd like to hear the details.
Ah, that sword in your hand. It seems you have gained a sense of self. Maybe the price for that was too big, if even something like that was affected.
Excuse me?
Never mind. Do you want to become stronger?
Do you want to become famous?
She's a bot, chat.
Well, I suppose so.
Then become my ally. Oh, she's definitely a bot. We are those who have overturned society. We will withdraw the political borders of Gensokyo. Uh-oh.
A resistance force? Well, I think I've overheard something important.
So? Would you come with us?
Unfortunately, I'm already attached to another political power. To me, a resistance force means a revolt. I never had the choice of becoming your ally from the start.
I see. That is unfortunate. If none of you can imagine how much the weak, like us, have been oppressed, then... in this inverted castle where everything is turned upside down, I'll give you a taste of the humiliation the weak have suffered. My favorite Touhou is Moko, and Andrew's is Flandre.
Alright, so be careful of this. They start as thick, and then they become not thick, and then they thicken back up. So they become beads.
They're bug bullets, I think they're called. There's a term for, like, every type of bullet. Pretty sure those are referred... well, those I don't know what to call those ones. Aaron also uses those.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she flipped the screen, dude.
Why is left right and right is left?
Because she flipped the screen. This is why this is not so difficult, because you're fighting the controls more than the pattern. So if the pattern was complex, this could be unbelievably obnoxious. Remember, she's not strong by virtue of her character. She's a weak yokai. That's why she uses gimmicks. She's a low tier, Andrew. Like she's a low tier. Cheese! Where's the cheese? Yeah, as long as you stick with one plane of direction, you're fine. Now you're upside down, though. So, technically left and right are they reversed?
No.
Okay, but it's still disorientating.
Yeah. I need a bomb.
They're a little bit curved, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Once you realize that left and right are the same, it's not as intimidating.
Gimmicks. She didn't turn it, she flipped it. Well, yeah.
I want all of those, so I'm bombing. I used the bomb and got a bomb.
Oh.
Reverse bow.
Now what's she doing? Those are gonna come up from behind you, aren't they? Yep.
So I can keep focusing and kind of wait for them to explode on their own, or if I need immediate damage, you can unfocus. So that's neat.
Oh, that was close.
Whoa. Whoa!
That was good.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. It's just
I keep seeing that red explosion and being like, oh, don't touch that. But I remember that's your doing.
Those are my explosions, yeah.
I know, but it's still... oh, Jesus.
No.
Reverse hierarchy.
I went... okay. Speed.
Saw this one coming. You got 3 bombs and no lives, Andrew.
I know that.
Whoa, whoa! Just stay below her. Your position doesn't actually change. Just where the screen is does.
Alright, we should die just there. Yeah. Okay.
Top of the screen, dog. Top of the screen. Gah! What the heck? Was it too soon?
It seems you were all taught. This knife could probably beat you by itself.
Ugh, that knife's power is an effect of the payment. I can't believe it would become something that could slit necks on its own. Well, whatever. As long as we have that treasure, we can become as strong as we want. So long!
Ah, everything is clear now. The reason tools are starting to move and docile yokai are making a mess is because of the
Amanojaku
resistance force. I don't know how they did it yet, though.
So basically, Sakuya now wields the Anubis sword.
So am I on stage 5 or 6? I've lost track.
This is stage 6.
Okay, cool.
I like the stage theme for this.
It's very nice.
You need a life piece, so you're going to...
I know,
Ooh!
I should be dead.
Andrew, you have 4 bombs. You have 3 bombs.
And I tried to use one, just then.
Wait, isn't this Mountain of Faith?
Yes.
Why are we back Mountain of Faith? Andrew's dead!
Keep at it and retry.
You had 3 bombs, but you were 1 piece away from getting to the fort, which you would have got just by bombing anyway. Hey, look, a life piece.
There we go. The small one's big ambition.
The little princess. Sakuna is a really good theme, in my opinion. The thing is, though, is Sakuna's kind of... I don't know. How would you describe Sakuna, chat?
Midget?
Well, she's an inchling, so she's not a midget. She's just tiny. Like she's like stand in your hand levels of small, because that's what an inchling is.
Okay, well.
I think she's adorable, and I know she's a stage 6 boss, and she tries to come off as intimidating, but it's really hard to be intimidated by her. Call her a dwarf. Schmoll.
Alright, this doesn't look hard, but it's actually super intimidating and scary.
Smole is a good word, yes. Hey, she's back. She's disrespecting the rules. You got hit again.
I know what I've done. I know what I did. I need my beefaroni! There'll be no beefaroni in me restaurant, Mr. Squidward. Not since what happened in,
That guy does really good voices. I don't understand how he does them all.
I don't know either. Except for SpongeBob.
Almost every stage 5 boss does this. Yes, they all cheat.
I got an extra life. I beat the Amanojaku, but...
Andrew, you are doing that on purpose, aren't you?
What?
Your pronunciation is so bad on that word.
Amanojaku?
Almond-jaku.
What could the strange feeling be? Something's here.
Well, here she comes. Who's there? Look at her! A human? Do you need something?
There was something I wanted to ask you about.
Hmm? That blade. There's no doubt about it. That's something I experimentally made into a Tsukumogami.
Huh? Wait, what?
You brought it all the way here? Even a human didn't throw it away.
No, well,
Thanks for the physical traits of the Inchlings. No matter what we do, we're powerless. There's almost nobody who wants to ally with us. We're just used, then thrown away. I'm so happy you came all this way just to meet me.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but things just kind of led me here.
Yes, I see. You've been led by your tool. Now, won't you join me and turn the world upside down?
So you're a friend of the Amanojaku as well. I'm already aligned with some with political power. Unfortunately, I have no intention of supporting any sort of rebels.
Then why have you come all this way to where the knife led you?
Well, for some reason I just wanted to cut some yokai.
Tools move with the will of their user. I can do this with the legendary Miracle Mallet.
The Miracle Mallet? Wait, what?
That's right. It is the treasure that imparts the power of dreams to speechless tools. Now, my treasure, Mallet, lead this lost lamb to our rebellion. Resistance. So in the fighting game, she rides in a giant bowl. So there's a bowl on her head, but then she just has a giant bowl she hangs out in.
Does she eat Chef Boyardee beefaroni in the bowl?
So she shoots really small bullets, and she's really weak.
But she's still strong enough to kill me in one hit, right?
Well, she's gonna activate her Miracle Mallet.
The Seal of Orichalcos?
Let me tell you. Ever seen the card Kunai with chain?
Yeah, the Seal of Orichalcos.
No, that's not the Kunai with chain, Andrew. Basically, the Miracle Mallet is that, as in the Kunai with chain will be activated and has a plethora of different effects, and by that I mean it will always have the effect it needs to. There's her giant bowl.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I'll grab that life piece up with that for me. Oh, see how I only need 3? That's great.
Careful. Now she's shooting snowballs. I hate snowball bullets, but they're very straightforward with their hitbox. Like, if you touch that, you're dead.
I couldn't ask for anything more from the bullet.
Honestly, yes. just having it makes sense.
Fucking rice bullets! You never dealt with the rice bullets. You don't know my pain.
Nope. Mallet, grow bigger. Yeah, so here's what this does. chunky ass. Now she has her mallet and turns things huge.
Big!
But they're not as big as Oku's, so but you wouldn't know that.
I would. Dylan, I made it to Oku. I just didn't beat her.
Yeah, I know. But you wouldn't know that. Yes, the miracle mallet is Danmaku enlargement pills. There's a bomb piece over there. Would have gave you a free bomb.
Yeah, and I didn't grab it. You know why? Because I have elected to...
Ew! Look at the angle that's
I know,
like working on.
That's a gross angle.
You're down like...
Whoa!
This boss doesn't seem particularly difficult. Am I missing something?
No, actually. It's just, well, you're missing me, but... No, it's actually not the worst thing ever.
Does this game...
Alright, listen, that was just me. That was just me being
Oh, okay,
stubborn.
so they changed it back to this method of continuing.
Yeah, like it was last game.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't sure if that was a one-time deal or not. Well, now you can beat the game no matter what. Well done, Sun. Nice.
Alright, I will admit that.
She has 2 difficult spell cards and the rest are easy. Alright, well there you go. I like how she fights with a knitting needle, but the knitting needle's actually kind of big. Or maybe that's just not big, but she looks your size. That's the weird part. Mallet, you grow bigger. Alright, this one's cool. Now you're thick.
Gee, I can't shoot. I couldn't shoot. I cannot shoot.
No. Dodge. This is what happens, chat, when you grab the resize tool in GIMP and you just yeet that shit to the corner of the screen. That's what Zun did for the spell card.
Alright, so I can't dodge those little kunai no matter how hard I want.
Look how big your hurt box is. You're
Yeah.
dummy thick, Andrew.
So I'm playing Marissa right now. What the f- Alright,
Andrew, dummy thick.
I can't keep at it and retry.
Andrew ran out of continues.
I can't do it, chat. I couldn't do it. I'm
Dude,
gonna read the manual.
You can still bomb. It's best not to get hit, Andrew.
Yeah, I wish I'd read the
Andrew, you just lost like 2 continues on 1 spell card.
Yeah, I should have read the manual.
Damn.
Items.
Let me see. Lots of these will appear worth more higher on the end of the screen. When you move your character to the upper part of the screen, you'll collect all items automatically. Collect a lot at once, and you'll get bonus as well. Green increase the maximum number of value point items, erasing enemy bullets and striking enemies with low speed. Shot will make item round. These round items appear. They're collected automatically. Okay.
Okay, collecting fragments.
Super important how to collect fragments to clear each game. Hey, you want to read that? As it proceeds through the stage, the enemy's attacks become fiercer and fiercer. You may not be able to clear the whole game just by dodging everything. However, the key to clearing the game is to efficiently produce a large amount of life fragments and spell card fragments. How to produce fragments? When you collect a large amount of items simultaneously by moving to the top of the screen or using a spell card, you get a bonus. You'll produce a spell card fragment based on the bonus. Conditions for producing life fragments. When the number of bonuses gotten in a single stage exceeds a preset value, when you get the highest bonus multiplier of ×2.
I see.
What?
Special system.
Hitting enemies with your high speed shot produces power items, and hitting them with your low speed shot produces green point items. When you're at full power, your high speed shot will produce green point items as well. In the event that you hit more with more spell cards in stock than your initial amount, your stock will drop back down to the initial amount. Let's use our spell cards proactively. Each character has the following special abilities. Hakude Reimu, hitbox is slightly smaller. Kirisame Marisa can auto-collect items from slightly lower on the screen. And Izayoi Sakuya, speed at which items fall is slightly lower, so she has more time to collect things.
Yeah.
Silver, Sakuya's Silver Another Dimension spell card is a shield. It'll vanish after a set period of time, but if you didn't get hit for the duration, you'll receive 3 spell card fragments.
So that's the one
I was wondering what that was. I was like, you kept pressing it, but nothing was happening.
No. Alright, well, I blew it.
You have no choice but to return the title.
Yeah. Alright, your turn, I guess.
Alright, change places!
Take my operators with me.
I can't believe you lost. I didn't even know you had a finite number of continues.
That's kind of why I stopped, like, trying. I was like, I've got as many tries as I can.
You got your ass beat by a Sukuna, even though we just, like, disgraced her.
It's true, we did.
Play Marissa A. She has a giant flamethrower. That sounds awesome. Also, the mic didn't mute because this button's really... See, now I'm muted.
People heard our wonderful conversation about how I got bodied.
Alright, here we go. Key config, shot, special, slow, pause. Don't even know why you bother changing that. I really don't.
Why do you bother changing it?
I change it back to normal. Well, my normal anyway. Alright, Marissa A has a flamethrower.
And a huge fuck-off laser.
Okay.
Okay, kick Reimu's whack stick.
Oh my god. She actually just has a flamethrower.
That's pretty metal.
Is it good? It's hilarious.
Lily, is it good?
He'll probably be like, no, but I wanted you to use it anyway, and that'll be my cue to quit out.
Since I only recently learned about Touhou through you and Christian's YouTube videos, I'm not really familiar with a bunch of the lore. Can anyone explain a bit for me?
There is a lot. Do you have any specific questions? I can try my best to answer specifics, but if I start from the very beginning, that may be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Alright, this should automatically kill Chirno.
It deals hardly more damage than Marissa B's magic missiles at the cost of some range.
So it's not good?
Marissa B is pretty much strictly superior, but Marissa A is very entertaining.
So exactly what I just said, you right? Exactly what I just said? Alright, whatever.
Burn to the ground, burn, burn! Yeah, you're the Mega Man X7 boss now.
Ew.
I understand, I'll just go on a Googling spree later. Yeah, that's probably the best thing you could do.
Well, if you do... Oh, yeah, fuck that.
Oh, no. Well, in normal play, they're both totally viable.
I got too close. There's a lot of the series, so
yes.
it's easy to get lost and not know where to start with Googling. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
You literally killed Chirno.
Yeah. Whoa.
You know, until she comes back in 14.3. And Marissa A has hilarious dialogue.
Alright.
Wait, it's spelled C-I-R-N-O, and you pronounce it C-I-E-R-N-O?
Chirino?
Chirino. Chirino-chan!
Come on down, Chirno.
Also, are you gonna be the one to deny chat the huge flamethrower? Are you not gonna melt Chirno? Again?
She moves so fast.
Or you.
Hell yeah, poor me.
Who cares if Chirno dies? She'll resurrect anyway. This is true. She really doesn't die. I say it like cheer no.
But it's Chirino. It's
Chirino.
3 syllables.
Chirino. It's like Chirno is like true neutral, Chirino is like lawful good, and then Kurno is
Cyrno.
Cyrno, Kurno. Can someone make like one of those full charts of the ways you can pronounce Chirno's name?
I've been playing this entire stage at the top of the screen.
I mean, that's not necessarily incorrect.
Kinda chilly on the leg, huh?
You there! Have you come to exterminate me? Why does everyone want to die?
Huh. Yeah, I guess so. A mermaid, though? Sashimi. Well, I can go for some.
Alright, I'll beat you and make my way up in the world.
Chad, how does her tail work? I'm, like, looking at her body, and it's like... I guess I can kind of see how it works, but it just feels like there's a bit missing.
Well, she's flying, I guess, so...
Yeah,
Soon enough, we yokai will be the ruling power.
But she's not flying, see? Her sprite is in the water.
Oh, you're right. Well, she's floating, I guess.
That was the quickest conversation I've ever seen. Did you come to kill me? I guess I am. Well, no. And then battle start. I'm grilling for you, and I'm sure that you'll like what I do.
In an alternate reality, she would have been localized as Chilno, and there'd be the bad timeline.
Imagine, chat. You know what we should do? We should get a language setting for TH crap and have it set to Nintendo Treehouse dialogue. So we change the dialogue in a way that Nintendo Treehouse would have intended it to be.
That reminds me of an old joke where it's like, do you think there would have been like the same musical revolution there was in like the 80s and 90s if Kurt Cobain's first name was Bert?
Bert Cobain?
Yeah, do you think Nirvana would have had the same impact if his name was Bert?
What if in that universe, Ernie and Bert is referred to as Ernie and Kurt? Yep, just a mermaid. No big deal at all. Sashimi. Tempura.
Oh, she's making me hungry.
No, never mind that. Those are both good foods, though.
Yeah, they are.
I ate pizza, so I'm more than
Chirno-wu?
okay.
Alright, that's chaotic evil.
Imagine setting your TH crap just being that kind of language. Well, now I have a super flamethrower.
Someone should make a giant chart.
Oh!
Oh no! Someone should make a giant chart with all the Touhous and their alignments.
What do you mean alignments?
I mean like chaotic, lawful, good, evil, that sort of thing.
They're all chaotic neutral. No one's a good guy. They just act in their own self-benefit.
They're all chaotic neutral, and then Seiji is just chaotic evil.
I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that is definitely.
Oh, there's the giant fuck-off laser.
So someone in it. I can't see her.
Half her health is gone.
There she is.
No eat yokai. That's how you become one. Is that lore? If you eat a yokai, do you become a yokai? Do you inherit their powers?
How the fuck does that work?
I don't know.
That thing was barely touching me, and it wasn't registering in my mind that it was a hitbox.
Hey Dylan, remember last stream where I totally didn't touch the talisman? That's what you just did.
I wasn't paying attention. I just saw it, and I was like, oh wait, that's a big mean thing.
Seijo's chaotic fuck you. Well, I don't
that
think
would be chaotic evil, yes.
I don't think that's an alignment.
Adding a swear word to it doesn't give it more impact.
Unless you're one of those people who can make swears have impact.
Like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
And his damn 4th Chaos Emerald.
Yeah. You ever notice?
Oh, I hate lasers!
You ever notice how there are some people who, when they swear, they really make an impact, and then there's some who you take them less seriously when they swear.
I guess it depends on the tone of their voice.
But the tone, I feel like personality plays a large role into it.
Yeah.
Like, I've thought about this one a lot, too. Like, you ever notice how one person can tell a joke and you'll find it super funny, but if someone else tells the same joke, you might not find it funny?
So there's yokai here, too. It's because delivery is a big part.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a saying a comedian had. It was like, you don't... Oh, I'll talk about it during the fight. I thought sitting under the willows was reserved for that ghost boss.
More than you'd expect. Lots of yokai live near the human village, too.
Oh ho! Believe we met earlier.
And how dare you not be terrified at the sight of me?
Cause I'm bored of stomping yokai your level.
That attitude is just what inspired the yokai rebellion. I'll make you too terrified to walk around at night or day.
A comedian once said, I don't remember who it was that said it, but they said that you don't get to be a comedian by writing jokes. You get to be a comedian by being funny. And I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah?
Ah, I'm in a bad spot! We're good.
Who's your favorite comedian? That's a question for Dylan and chat.
It's been a while since I've watched live comedy, honestly. I don't remember any of them by name.
I know my favorite is probably George Carlin. That man was he was funny and he was smart.
God damn it, why is the life piece all the way over here? I can't hit her!
Gabriel, I think that's a capital I, Iglesias? Oh. I don't know how to say that. Dave Chappelle, Otto walks with 2 A's.
Oh, please! Wait, is that who said it? I don't know who said it.
No, I asked people who their favorite comedians were.
Ah!
Yeah, Carlin was genius. Damn right he was. My favorite quote George Carlin ever had was, the existence of the flamethrower proves that at some point, someone somewhere said, you know, I really want to set those guys over there on fire, but I'm just not close enough to get the job done.
This laser is really, really big.
All Mercy's lasers. What the heck? Gosh, you're so strong.
Of course I am. If I was weak, I'd be sleeping. Now then, gotta dish out the death penalty to bad girls.
No, humans these days are so uncouth.
Huh, she ran. Wish I could've fried her with my Hakudo. So the thing I'm noticing is that I'm missing out on range. No, I'm not. This thing is fucking huge. Why can't I not hit anything?
Oh yeah, Bo Burnham is pretty funny too. He's a comedian singer.
I like Bo. For the most part.
I like his song called Sad. I met a homeless man named Rich. It's funny because he's clearly not, because he's homeless.
It's part of his what special? It's a good special.
I don't usually watch full shows. I usually just watch whatever people upload to YouTube. But they do make me laugh.
Well, you can usually find full shows on YouTube.
Yeah, that's also true. George Carlin was so funny because everything he said was true. Yes, exactly. That man basically predicted the future with some of his bits.
Well, a lot of people will find humor in similar situations.
Yeah.
To things they've experienced in their own lives.
Exactly. You know what? He had another quote I like. He's like, he was talking about self-help, and he's like, why do so many people need help? Life is not that complicated. You get up, you go to work, you eat 3 meals, take 1 good shit, and you go back to bed. Yeah, he's like, what's the mystery? And then this is another point. I brought this up. I talked to you about this a long time ago because I brought it up. But he was like, if you're looking for self-help, why are you reading a book written by someone else? He's like, that's not self-help. That's help.
A self-help book is a contradiction.
Yeah. And he's like, if you did it yourself, you didn't need help because you did it yourself. And you know, he's got a point. There really isn't such a thing as self-help because if you do it yourself, you don't need it.
Well, not entirely true. The definition is a little more different than that, but...
Alright, well, in a very, I guess in a broad term.
I don't know what's happening on screen. Fuck it.
John Mulaney's delivery is just chef's kiss. You've come to exterminate me, yes?
Ah, well, if you say so.
But can you really defeat me?
Yeah, probably. That glossy hair of yours looks like it catches fire real easy.
Huh? Fire?
This Hakuro will burn you up without leaving a trace. Oh my god, she's turning into little Futo.
Ho-ho, if you think you can hit me, try it. But you'll regret fighting me in this place blessed by the moon.
I'm lighting you on fire.
UNSC Lieutenant General Chesty Puller when shown a flamethrower for the first time. Where do you put the bayonet? Ho-ho, you're approaching me? Well, yes. No. You don't approach in Touhou. You in fact do the exact opposite. You want to get as far away as possible.
I can't kick your ass without getting closer.
I like the version of that meme where it was Hero with Bounce and he's talking to Mega Man and Mega Man's just like, I can't.
Oh.
Marissa is pretty much human Fudo. Well, she is lighting a lot of things on fire right now.
Wow, I have absolutely no desire to, like, play any of these legitimately.
I mean, that's what you do when you play Marissa. You use the big laser. Nice that block. Can yokais get killed by Danmaku? Isn't the whole point of them so that they don't die? Am I understanding my lore correctly?
What?
The whole reason for the Danmaku is so the yokai don't get killed, right?
Yeah, so they can have conflict without actually, like, being life or death. However, Moko is, like... What? Oh my god. Moko's, like, one character who can actually die to that stuff.
So the answer is no, yokai can't get killed by Danmaku. I guess.
Maybe they can, who knows?
Well, I mean...
I don't think it's meant to be that strong.
Nah.
Oh my fuck, Marissa, you're way too fat.
She is very fat.
I hate playing as Marissa. I really do. Whatever. Nah, I don't feel like continuing that at all.
Just pick Reimu.
Yeah, fuck that. I had no desire to continue that one.
Theoretically, if the Danmaku wasn't debuffed to a non-lethal level, it could kill him.
Oh, it is energy bullets after all.
You've made the Chirno pronunciation alignment chart. Nice.
Let's see, we have Pure Gashima that locks on enemies and hits them continuously to damage them, so basically she has double homing amulets. Or I can have the regular persuasion needles. Traditional or evasion focused.
Moko is immortal, but she can still die. She just immediately gets brought back.
She's riding. Squeeze my rod.
Dylan, this is Solid Snake. I'm told that you play a lot of Touhou games.
Alright, Raymond's a little bit weaker. Flamethrower is cool and all, but I do not like playing as Marissa.
She's too fat, she's too fast, so I usually run into bullets.
Yep,
both because I'm
just...
too fast and my hitbox is wider.
I run into shit a lot. But Dylan, her hitbox isn't that much bigger. It's big enough. Combined with her speed, I'm more likely to run into shit. Let me move at a moderate pace. Let me play Touhou the way Dylan wants to play Touhou, okay?
Yeah, like I play Touhou the way I want to play Touhou.
I don't have to conform to your ideas of what optimal play is. Hello again.
Marissa's hitbox isn't bigger, Reimu's is smaller. Okay, potato.
So that would mean that hers is bigger, by comparison. Which is exactly what we were doing. Comparing the two characters.
Oh yeah. She is, but she's the kind of immortal who simply has a hard time staying dead. Which is a good descriptor of Moko, basically.
Yes, that is what it means to be immortal. It's hard to stay dead.
Quite.
What kind of conversations are we having right now?
I don't know. Someone asked, well, I brought up the fact, well, you brought up the fact that Moko is the only one who can be killed by Danmaku, and someone
so far, the only character who has actually died in canon to Danmaku. Why are my needles not really strong?
Yeah, Moko and Kaguya have resurrective immortality. You can kill them and they'll just come right back.
But Kaguya doesn't explode each spell card like What's-Her-Face does. I don't remember there being yokai that run amok in this kind of
way. Oh, I
lake.
didn't realize you left without the weapon.
Yeah, I picked Rainbow B.
Okay. You there! You're that famous Shrine Maiden, aren't you? Huh? You don't have a weapon. Does that mean you haven't come to exterminate me?
I came to exterminate you. But that purification rod, well, I didn't bring it.
You're underestimating me. You ought to reaffirm that terror that we all, yokai, hold. And that's it.
She really doesn't have much to say, does she?
Nope, she's just a fish.
I think I'm so concerned about lives in this that I'm playing like super scared. But I don't know how to really get lives.
Kaguya just has better physical constitution since she takes care of her body instead of being an edgy and brooding sitting in her cold-ass shack in the middle of the forest.
I mean, she doesn't take care of her body, Aaron does.
That is true. You know what? It does help that she lives with a doctor.
Yes.
Having a doctor in the family does indeed help.
Well, stage 1 is as stage 1 will always be, I suppose.
Easy?
Easy.
I won't lie, that spell card does intimidate me.
I was more scared of it as Marissa, but as Raymond it feels perfectly okay. I don't understand. I picked Marissa, I just feel like everything is impossible to dodge.
Because it is.
But then I look at things as like Rainbow and I'm like, alright, that makes sense. No intimidation. And here I thought that mermaids were a quiet sort of yokai. Something's definitely going on. Okay.
Grinding lives in DDC basically comes down to letting the screen fill during stage segments and going up to the point of collection because with enough bullets is the life he's given. Yeah, we've learned that part. We appreciate the information all the same, though.
I don't really understand how to do it, though.
Rainbow A is pretty entertaining to play, but her dialogue is bland in both types. That's an opinion. That's an opinion. The internet doesn't like those.
Oh boy. Did I get the bomb piece? I don't even know.
You posted the pronunciation chart on Twitter and tagged you so you can see it since I'm on it. Thank you. I do not have my phone on me, so I cannot look at it until a bit later, but I will see it.
What?
The Cherno name pronunciation chart.
What's that?
You know the joke you were making, like how you pronounce it one way and you're like lawful neutral or whatever?
Oh.
Demo made a chart for that already.
Oh, God. That red explosion looks like it hurts.
I prefer Reimu with her stick so she can melee her foes to death.
I'm not good at...
You ever think about the fact that...
I'm not good at bringing knives to gunfights, you know?
No. Just think about the fact that Reimu will likely have that if she got in a smash, which means that she'll be a zoner with a disjoint.
You mean the Belmont?
Yes.
Mr. Belmont. What a surprise.
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
She would literally just be one of them, but she would have an unangleable giant attack. Oh, oops, sorry, that's Violet. Can't have the same gimmick twice. Yokai are rampaging this close to the human village? This must be a full-blown incident. I like how she's perpetually playing air guitar and also holding her belly like I got a tummy ache or she's hungry.
She doesn't want her midriff showing today. You showed up quick.
She's also covering her armpit.
Oh. And then chat cried. You've come to exterminate me?
Hey, thanks for coming right to me and saving me the trouble. I'll clean this up quickly.
It's true then. If you stay docile, humans get arrogant.
So you're a Rokurokubi, right?
I am indeed. Every human out there fears me.
I am! Dullahan under the willows. So, chat, what color is Reimu's hair? Is it black or brown? If you say purple, then, well, you're adding nothing to the conversation.
Just like Bulma's. Bulma's hair in the original Dragon Ball manga was actually purple. For some reason, they made it blue when it was animated.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't understand why that was, but they didn't even like change it later. They just kept it that way.
How do I make her head go away?
You don't.
Does it take damage?
You're definitely hitting it, but I don't know how much it takes. Her hair color is Brock.
What?
That's what Lily said.
What?
Brock.
Oh, it's a combination of black and brown. Oh. I don't know. I've seen it 2 different colors in official art, and I'm just so confused as to what it's supposed to be, you know? Oh my god.
Black, Brock, I don't know because I've seen it both ways.
That's what I mean. I've seen it in official looks.
Minard was about to say purple. It is dark, black. Her hair color is dark. I guess the general consensus seems to be that it's black.
How does this one work?
She homes in on you.
I know, but...
So that's how it works still.
It's confusing.
It's whatever color you want it to be. That's true. You can make blue hair Reimu and no one can really question you. This one is hard.
Well, it's the same thing, but it's just extra lasers. And I don't like lasers.
No one likes lasers. Her hair is Reimu color. You win.
I remembered that if I let go of my focus, I shoot homing bullets, and that would kill her.
What the heck? Gosh, you're so strong.
Yokai extermination is my specialty.
Wait, could you be...
Finally noticed?
Could this be the Hakure Shrine Maiden? Of the famous Yokai Overrun Shrine?
Damn. I mean, she got the last laugh at that one. I don't like enemies that explode with bullet when they go die.
She actually did have red hair in like one piece of single official art.
Really?
Huh.
The one.
The cover. Yeah, which one? You can't just make a claim like that and not back it up. What
What's
are
your
you?
pro?
What are you? A
YouTube commenter? Oh, I said it.
Dare I say, Twitch chat.
It's like when people tell me this game's easy without providing any evidence at all. They don't tell you why it's easy or how it's easy. They just tell you that it is easy because they did it. And then I'm just supposed to read that and be like, damn, I sure do feel bad about my play now. I feel very inadequate compared to you, random citizen.
This game's easy? Minor, I'm gonna have to ask you to
you haven't even played this game, you dink.
I'm gonna have to ask you to time yourself out because I can't do it.
Sit in the corner.
Aren't there the fighting game skins? Does her hair color change in the fighting game skins?
Technically. I think some of them do. I don't know. Apparently, Immaterial Missing Power only has one alternate costume, which I didn't know. I thought it had multiple, but I think that's just Scarlet Letter Rhapsody.
Yeah, it's Touhou 3, 4, and 5. I guess I forgot it was 3 covers.
Huh. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I didn't know that. This game is easy once you figure out how to abuse the gimmick, because then you get a lot of resources. Also, the stage 5 and 6 bosses aren't very challenging comparatively. Also, pretty much all the shot types are very strong, and yes, fighting game all colors change colors.
Well, I mean, I knew that Ramilia goes blonde with her ult because she turns into Flandre.
Nice. Yeah, Dylan has a lot of lives right now because he's farming them better than I ever did because he's not afraid to press the win button.
I got scared and backed up.
Understandable. It is better to not die. All colors change colors? Wow! Hello, Filamentus. I don't know what Dylan calls you for short.
What, Phil?
Yeah,
Hey, Phil.
Alright, yeah. I guess I kinda brain farted that one, huh? You've come to exterminate me, yes? We've been over this.
Lots of yokai coming to get beat up today. It's like they all crave extermination.
Is that how you see it? Well, maybe they're just a little happy to be exterminated.
Happy?
They get to fight the professional yokai exterminator. But lone wolf yokai like us never get fought, you see.
Hey, it's not like I have nothing better to do. I would prefer it if you didn't cause trouble just to get some attention.
Yes, getting cocky will mean a world of pain for me, won't it? And of all things, on the night of such a full moon. Don't worry, some people call me Philo.
Philo.
Philo. That's Phil talking. His boss fucked you up? You know what? It fucked me up too, so I'm with you there.
Oh!
Yeah, you almost just got bit. You almost got a wound.
Good thing I took evasive maneuvers.
All you have to do is survive like actual life, so you should be able to win by default. Hear that, Dylan? It's just that easy. Just don't die.
I got hit. I don't know how this works. Oh, I got scared. I was probably okay. Well, this is gonna be nothing.
Chad, here's a question for you, since I've gone through this recently. Do you ever have like a product from your childhood that you really like, and then you like don't have it for a while, and then you remember it, and then you find out it's discontinued?
Like food?
Yeah. I mean, it can be anything, but yes, I am specifically thinking about food. Anyone have anything like that all the time? Give me some examples, chat. I'll tell you mine. Mine is Pillsbury mini pizzas.
Pillsbury?
Yeah. They had the best mini pizzas, and they don't make them anymore. They haven't made them in years. But my mother just happened to like buy a Pillsbury kind of pizza, and I had it recently. And I got flooded with the memories because of how good it was. Alright, a lot of people are saying yes, some no's in there. So as I understand, the story is that some yokai just got uppity and Reimu does what Reimu does.
I was wondering what kind of yokai you were. A werewolf girl, huh?
I lost even under a full moon.
Seems like yokai that should be normally docile are causing trouble lately. Why would that be?
Who knows? Maybe it's just a coincidence. At least I'm acting only out of my own will. Probably.
Really? Could such a strange thing really be happening, I wonder?
Truth be told, I didn't really want to go out on the night of the full moon.
Why? Weren't you all joyful just until a while ago?
Well, you see, it's a bother to deal with losing hair.
Ah, yeah.
Some really good cookies, some kind of cheese / hot wing Dorito combo bag. Yeah, those chip, like the chip flavors, I guess would be a big one, if you like those and they're only limited time.
I like Red Mountain Dew, but I don't think you can get it anymore.
It's not technically gone, but Welch's grape soda is now... Okay, it scrolled up before I could read it. PSA, Kagero is based on the Honshu wolf, which is now considered extinct. Be nice and pat the lonely wolf girl.
People only like her because she's dead? That's weird, bro.
Very specific type of fizzy drink that I used to buy the store out of, but now nowhere sells it. Also the original Twinkies.
Oh, shit. That one spawned with its bullets.
Oreo cereal, the new one just isn't the same.
Wait. I'm only just now getting the title card?
Oh yeah, it really is just stage 4 of 7. I could name them, but unless you were a Swedish 90s kid, you wouldn't know if they are. I would not know if they are, but you know what? You can name them anyway, and I'll pretend I know. I'm a good actor like that. The Pizzone from Pizza Hut was wonderful. I don't think I ever had that, mostly because I was a picky-ass kid and didn't eat anything that wasn't what I already knew.
Whoa,
it's just me, or is death bombing really easy in this game? Or are we just like keep
I only
getting
did it twice.
Well, you've done it a handful of times, not just as Raymond.
I don't need bombs.
That's my favorite, when you try to and you realize you can't. Mountain Dew Code Red, my favorite.
God fucking damn it.
I never had any of those Mountain Dew flavors.
I don't like the blue one. It has a weird taste of blue to it.
What does blue taste like?
I don't know, but if I said something tastes like blue, people will understand exactly what that means.
It's funny because I do. Because blue is just a flavor. Death Bombing does feel easy in this one. I got like a 4-streak with it the other day. Yeah, I felt it too.
I like the suck noise it makes.
When I was a kid, I liked spinach, but not hot dogs or burgers. You're strange, but that's okay, because life would be boring if everyone had the same taste. It would probably be a better place, but it would be a boring one. Baja Blast and Code Red are the best Mountain Dews. I would argue the best sodas, and I would actively stay away from all soft drinks.
I don't like the Baja Blast one. I've tried it, but I
feel like you died before you bombed, but you live. Didn't like pizza either. See, I at least like things that people liked, almost.
What is with this eerie storm? There must be some kind of enemy here. My experience tells me so.
Hold on a second. Won't you battle me?
Who's that, Andrew?
Sukuma. Oh, her name's gone. I don't know.
You don't know her name. See? A yokai. By all means, I'll take you on. Hey now, she's mine. No applause for stealing her away from me.
Your fault for letting her get away. And I saw your battle earlier. Your straightforward music isn't going to work on her, sister.
Look, I don't care who. Can we just get started?
Right, shall we? I've always dreamed of beating a human. Fine, I'll go find someone else to fight. You take care of her now.
Hey, wait!
Who are you looking at? I'm your opponent. The once docile are getting power, inverting the social order of this world. Tools can rule the world, and you'll serve as a foundation. Weapon fights Ben Ben, weaponless fights Ben Ben's sister.
I assumed it was related to A and B.
That's neat. I don't like chocolate, butter, regular milk, or bitter bond / croquettes, which are all popular foods over here, at least for the last two. Well, now I have the chat talking about pizza. Because Minard said he didn't like pizza.
That's weird, dog.
He didn't like all the the quote unquote popular foods, but you liked all the disgusting vegetables that most kids would just leave on the plate.
Oh, good spot to put myself
in. I miss variable stage 4 bosses. They're neat.
I mean, I'm pretty sure last time we had a varying stage 4 boss, it was one of the protagonist characters.
Well, there was Touhou 8, and then there was Touhou 7. Yeah, I guess that was it, huh?
I'm not good at maneuvering between open gaps that are coming at me from all different angles.
This looks a lot harder than Ben Ben, I'll be real with you.
I disagree. I think your curvy laser shit was obnoxious.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, that's cool.
Spaghetti is gross. We can't be acquaintances anymore. I like spaghetti. I like spagoodle. Spalone babagoo.
It's coming from below me.
Pineapples on pizza is a crime against humanity? Well, hopefully you won't leave if I tell you that me and Dylan both like it.
Yeah, I do like it. I don't really like pineapple, but I don't mind it on pizza. I think it's fine.
I don't have pineapple on its own terribly often.
I think it's just good. Pineapple on pizza is one of those things that people now overreact to, despite not really caring about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a topping on pizza, but you guys are treating it like you pick up food on the ground and you fucking eat it.
Oh dear. You're pretty strong.
Wait. What were you saying about inverting the social order?
Well, you see, even tools like me have power. Isn't that the best? How can I be complacent at a time like this?
Power to tools. Yes, Raymond, we call those power tools.
Peaceful yokai are being granted an inverse amount of power, you see. That means society is being overturned.
Huh? Granted power. What are you talking about?
The inverted castle floating in the sky. That's where the power is flowing from.
Alright.
Spaghetti is good, but there are definitely way better types of pasta.
I mean, that's just your opinion, man.
That is an opinion.
What hit me?
It came out from the wall.
What do you mean it came out of the wall?
I mean, the ghost came out from the wall, and then it inverted. I bet you guys also put cereal into the bowl first and then milk? Yes, because we're not animals.
Yeah. Thought that's what humans did.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I don't know what just happened.
I'm willing to bet you guys probably microwave the plate, then put your food on it.
That's weird.
I eat cereal without milk. See, dry cereal is an underrated.
Yeah, dry cereal is fine.
Some cereals are definitely better dry than others. Like, some just aren't meant to be eaten dry. But the ones that you can eat dry, oh, they good. They just take a while to eat, I find. It's definitely more of a commitment. So, you know, it all depends on your time availability. I bet you don't even eat cabbage like you eat a whole apple. No, because I would never eat just a cabbage.
Can you even do that?
Probably.
Is that legal?
Oh, I can't imagine why it wouldn't be.
I don't know where I am. I don't found her.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is great without milk. You know what? That was the cereal I was thinking of when I was thinking about dry cereals to eat.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good.
I think Reese's Puffs are also a good dry cereal.
I hate Reese's Puffs.
Alright, well, your opinion doesn't matter when it comes to cereal, so... Go ahead, be wrong. Chat, make fun of how wrong Dylan is. Back me up on this. Reese's Puffs are great. At least, you know, those of you who have had it.
I don't like peanut butter in any capacity at all.
Okay, that's an opinion. That is an opinion that some people have, and you know what? That's okay, because taste is all subjective anyway.
I wonder if I can run into another bullet.
Dylan, didn't you have like 5 limits?
Yeah, I did. And
Well, you got it.
Then I ran into a bunch of enemies.
You keep running to the item clear line, and then that happened. Chewing on a piece of ginger root. How's that? I don't think I've had such a thing.
I don't understand how it works exactly.
So you get the bonus.
Yeah, but the bonus, what defines the bonus multiplier? That's the part
I think
that
it's
doesn't
the
make
amount
sense
that
to
you
me.
grab.
How do you even like manipulate that?
You grab
How much
more.
is that worth?
0.5.
That was worth 0.5 and it gave me a 1-man.
Well, you got enough bonuses, basically. That was 1.2.
I don't get it.
The amount of items that you grab, exactly. What? Who are you? This is no place for humans like you. Take your leave at once.
Oh, well, in that case. What, you really expect me to leave? What's the big idea of building a castle in the sky? Well, they probably built it on the ground, and then they put it into the air. Yes.
You want to know? I bet you want to know.
That's why I asked.
I'll tell you what you want, what you really, really want. We're hiding something and planning a social upheaval.
You don't just admit that.
Not that it really matters to you, since humans will be the ones being ruled.
I'm basically judge, jury, and executioner.
That is what the protagonist is.
So some really would consider turning the world on its head.
Thank you for the gift sub, Phil. Huh? Not even surprised?
Well, that Kotosu Kumogami earlier was talking about it.
What? A Koto Tsukumogami. I see. Another side effect, I guess. Whatever. They'll just join us anyway. Soon the mighty will lose their power and the weak will rule the world!
I'm stunned. I didn't think any yokai would do something so fruitless.
Fruitless, you say? Just how much have the weak been oppressed for you to say that? You humans couldn't understand. Now taste our frustration in this castle that turns everything on its head. If you replace every brick of a building one by one, do you still have the same building at the end? Yes.
I don't know how to answer that.
I would say yes, because it's...
If the design is the exact same, then the material changing shouldn't matter.
No. Chad, have you ever been to an ice hotel? We have those in Canada.
They're called igloos.
No, I mean like those big ones that they make in like Quebec. Like
Yeah,
actual...
they're called igloos.
No, Dylan.
Yeah, they're called igloos.
Dylan, those aren't ice hotels. Those are just snow huts. I'm talking.
Those are called igloos.
Dylan.
Yes.
I know what you're doing. You're doing the internet funny man thing.
No, that's what they are, Andrew.
No, they're ice hotels.
They're igloos.
They're not igloos. They're not made of snow. They're made of ice.
I don't know where I am relative to her.
It's a philosophical.
It's freaking me out, man.
It's a philosophical question. Thesis ship. Thesis
Ah!
ship. Nah, but it seems fun. I want to go. Saw them on Discovery Channel back in the day. Never been to one. Doesn't get cold enough here, and I haven't traveled far enough.
Okay, but did you see that micro dodging pixel perfect RNG bullshit?
No, because I was reading chat.
Wow. This is so weird.
Yeah, okay. I guess we should clear this up. Dylan and I do not live in igloos.
You'd like to think so.
I wouldn't. I'm not opposed to living in an igloo, but I can't imagine it would be the best. I can't imagine an igloo would be a great streaming environment.
No, because then our internet would always freeze.
Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. But we live in Canada? Okay. Contrary to what you all think, we do not live not all of Canada lives in igloos.
Only some of us do.
Yeah, only the ones that are really far up north do.
Like me.
Dylan, we're not that far north. Next thing you'll say you don't have a moose as a pet, Dylan?
I've never even seen a moose before.
Hey Dylan, what's the plural of moose?
Moosin!
Igloo would be great because you could overclock your PC a lot. Igloo! Meese. No. No, chat. You're wrong. The plural of moose is moose. Gah, what the heck? Was it too soon?
Social upheaval. Unbelievable. Can't allow anything that would throw Gensokyo into chaos.
Okay, mark your calendars, chat. This is the first time Reimu has cared. Chaos? What would a human know about that? I have a whole history of being slandered just because I lack power. Now it's time for revenge.
Hey, wait! Well, I just have to chase her, right? Right.
Plural of moose is mice?
Maybe you didn't hear me the first time.
What's the plural of human? It's not human.
I don't have any bombs.
Boxen. Many much moosen. Imagine how much you could overclock your computer in an igloo, though. Probably a lot.
How would you do it?
All words can be pluralized by adding S, I, or ES to the end, and always correct. You are welcome. Okay, but moose.
Moosin!
See, the best part about when you say the word moose is that no one will know immediately if you're referring to singular or plural. Hey chat, moose. Was I referring to just a moose, or was I referring to moose? You'll never know, because I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, this is really easy with homing amulets.
Yeah, a lot of things in life are, Dylan. How do you think I beat 10?
I gotta get some of these.
Goose? Geese? No, the plural of goose is goose.
Geesen!
No, it's goose. You weren't referring to shit when you said a word with no referential value? You don't know that. You know why? Because I said it, not you. Moose?
No worry, Andrew. People in chat know what you're saying more than you know what you're saying.
Well, they probably do.
What the fuck is the spell card?
Move back and forth. It's basically Kaneko's first cooldown. That's what I thought.
Looks like Dawn has broken. Now the stage is set for battle.
I hope Dawn's okay.
Come out. Come out. Threat to Gensokyo's peace. I am 0.02 power from full, and I'm lacking an orb.
Who's there? Oh, huh. It's the Hakare main.
You know me?
You came right on time.
I don't know who you are, but I hear you're plotting against the social order. Sorry, but that'll have to end here.
So the maiden finally took notice, huh?
Wow.
Well, I'm not giving up. Come to taste the humiliation we inchlings have faced? I'll make sure you know how. I'll make sure you know it for yourself.
Inchlings? Huh? Those exist?
See? See? Inchlings have always been ignored. You don't know how the weak feel. That's why we're overthrowing you.
If you know you're weak, you ought to just settle down. That's the way of Gensokyo. I mean, how could anyone weak hope to win against me?
I guess the strong and weak can't coexist. But I have the power of dreams in my hand.
I'm right under her needle.
Oh.
Whoops.
Now, treasure, grant the power of dreams to the small of stature.
She pulled her mallet out.
Andrew, tell Dylan he can no-focus shoot Sukuna for a bit to get 0.2 power. Dylan, you can do that. Unfocus. You know, as soon as it's safe.
Nah, I'm good.
Lily, he's not listening to me. There's no contingency for this. Got chat. No feet. No feet. She is cute, mostly because she's small. Dylan, you died.
I did.
Why would you do that?
Well, the desire to play the game after you lose your first continue is minimal to non-existent.
Yeah, I was there.
I can't even see what's going on.
Already boss, Pog Champ. She does have a dream. She wants to overthrow the social order and possibly become the size of an actual person. I'm not sure how much she actually cares about that last part.
Please explode. Thank you. I don't know the hitboxes on those, but
Pretty sure it's just the actual part of the bullets. The glow is just aesthetic.
well, why am I getting hearts? And
I got hearts too. They just didn't shoot. And then I died. Kind of like that, but I didn't bomb when I died.
Oh.
Bye, Red.
Hey, Red. Those knives are huge. This is the one that takes a weird-ass shape. What the hell?
Chat. No feet.
I couldn't see. Like, there's too much glowy effect going on. They're really close to me.
I know, the angle is really gross. Shining Needle Sword. This one is not that hard.
Well, they came right at me, so I pressed the bomb button.
I mean, yeah, that is what you do with the bomb button when things happen. I can't believe you almost got through.
I got stuck.
It's almost midnight. Not where you... Well, not where we are. I was gonna say not where you are, but you would probably know that better than me. I know the concept of time and your location better than you do. Because I'm the one on the internet. I'm objectively more correct. You grow bigger.
Oh, yeah, this
Alright,
one.
so you're now as far as I was.
I'm big. I don't have bombs.
No, you don't. You still have a life, though. I was about to question why you weren't shoot, but then I remember you can't shoot.
I'm still holding the shoot button. I am way too big to dodge those little ones.
Yep. Now you know why I died. Twice. Touhou continues on this goddamn spell card.
I guess you just need to stay in the big gap.
Well, 10 more seconds.
I have one more continue.
We got one more. 3, 2, 1, 0. Done. Attack on Dwarf.
What?
That's the name of the spell card. Attack on Dwarf.
Nice reference. Oh, this is weird.
It's funny because she's the opposite of a Titan. Whoa, this one looks
weird.
intimidating.
Oh, about to end. I knew that wasn't the end.
For this spell card, is Raimu's hitbox still smaller than Marissa's? I'd imagine so. Whoa. Hop on my thumb 7. Chat, you're gonna have to explain that one to me, and by chat, I mean Lily.
Her ball is so big that the effect on my bullet hitting her is really close.
Yep. You think she's a lot closer than she is, but she's really not.
It's just that giant bowl she sits in.
She multiplies into 7. Oh yeah, I guess there is 7 of her there, huh?
I can barely see it.
They're very faint, but yes. There we go. You use the wing button. And you hop onto her thumb since you're small. Is that what's going on here?
Whatever, I'm just pressing the bomb button.
It's the 7 dwarves. He did it! Bonus fame.
A hollow victory, but a victory nonetheless.
It checks out. Alright, propaganda! And an icebreaker. Hashtag not sponsored. Oh.
Unpause game, yes. Good. Rainbow's spirit had been crushed. You can say that again. Holy shit, this game has a way of knocking you down and asking you to continue, and even though you press yes, you have no motivation. Your motivation is actually just fucking gone if you lose your first continue.
Dylan, I'm noticing a disturbing pattern where we're really excited to play the next game, and then you end off really salty and not liking it.
Yeah, it's usually because the resource management is some gimmick. Every time. It used to be just play well, get points, and then the boss will drop free 1-ups every now and again. Now it's, oh, you gotta dash around the screen like an absolute mad lad, accumulate points on the screen to create extra stats by running to the point clear line through all the nonsense, or run around the screen and collect UFOs, or run around the screen and collect weird spirit things. Like, I don't get it.
Starting with SA, yeah, it's resource gimmicks.
Can't we just kind of go back to the way it was?
I mean, there's nothing stopping us from going back to 6, 7, and 8.
Well, I still want to beat these at least once, but like, I just mean like the way resources used to work was perfectly okay. Like you were rewarded for playing good by collecting items, and some made bosses would drop 1-ups, and you kind of knew where to look for 1-ups at each run, so you kind of knew how well you were doing. In this game, and some of the games before it, it's definitely pretty gimmicky. So you're still playing Touhou, but now you're playing Touhou with a twist that kind of makes you really annoyed, because it doesn't feel like you're necessarily dying to like Touhou things. Like you're playing a bullet hell, but your main focus isn't the bullet hell, it's collecting the items within the bullet hell. So it feels like you're playing a collectathon in your bullet hell, instead of just playing a bullet hell. So even if you're to play one of these games well, you have to move around all over the goddamn place and collect things, where in the previous games you could just play really well and you'd be rewarded. For example, when I played Touhou 7 with Christian, I got to the prison rivers and I beat them without losing a life, and I had like max lives. But in this game, it's like, oh, well, did you run around the entirety of the first 3 stages in constant loops and shoot things and then go up to the point clear line and collect your points and items and constantly worry about not having enough of whatever? Or, like, I don't know.
So is there a Touhou game of Touhou 14?
No. It'd be cool if there were mods for like that, though, where they just kind of turned it back to its original thing. I don't like the gimmicks. I really don't. I have yet to like them, to be honest with you. And UFOs have been the one that really, really pissed me off.
I think Subterranean had a good idea, but again, too many life pieces were required.
I just don't like that the game requires you to move all over the goddamn place to collect your resources instead of getting comfortable with what you're doing.
The thing with DDC's resource gimmick is that using the item collection border is a natural thing anyway, so even without worrying about the gimmick, you just kind of get it. But you reach a certain point where going up there is suicide, so you can't.
Yeah. You don't have to do that in later levels, because it doesn't do anything but give you points. But then you gotta figure out how to move all around full-ass circles and stuff. I don't like it.
Unidentified furious objective.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't hate this game.
Practice is key. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the game. It's just resource gimmicks. They get me. They get me in a way that I do not really like.
But you don't need to go to the item clear line to get the lives. That's the point he's trying to make.
But you do.
Well, you get more score, but it's not required.
Oh, wait. What are you arguing for right now? Oh, didn't that clear?
Really. In PCB and IM, you need to collect point items too, since they give you rewards. It's literally the same thing.
No, it's not, because you don't have to do that. You can do it, but it's not the only way to get 1-ups. Alright, your turn, Johnny.
Alright.
Change places. Touhou 15's gimmick's gonna be fantastic because
I don't know what Touhou 15's gimmick is.
It's I want to be the guy.
Alright, I gotta stand up for a second. I'm busting. Because this chair is not comfortable.
No, the older Touhou games are more popular. The ones with spell practice usually are, because you can practice the spells in question.
Alright, I'll go without the weapon this time.
And the older games don't have gimmicks, so it all boils down to good play.
So I go from... Alright, so blue and red together do not make green.
I don't get it. So, like, how does it calculate exactly how much bonus you get? So you go up there, you get that, you got no bonus, right?
Yeah.
Does it stack until it hits a ×2 multiplier, or
No,
is it just...
It's just dependent on how much you grab at any given point.
But sometimes it spits me out a life piece even without 2.0.
Well, it does that after a certain amount. I know that much. I've gathered that much, but like if you do it enough times, or if you just get a big enough multiplier, it'll spit out a life piece.
So you shouldn't be collecting those. You should be letting them gather and then running to the top of the screen.
Yeah, and no bonus.
And Sakuya has hers slowed down, so you have more chance to go up there. And Marissa has a less distance she needs to travel to get to the item clear line.
Yeah. And then Reimu gets nothing.
Reimu's just Reimu. That's a 0.5, yeah, so that gets you a bomb piece. And now no bonus. So, is there a way to see the threshold you need in order to get a life piece?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Well, that's 0.8. And then that's another bomb piece. I think that's 0.5, and that one gave you a life piece.
Because I got enough bonuses already.
Is it just a random amount, not a random, but like, is it just a set amount of bonuses?
Amount of, like,
so if you get 5 actual bonus multipliers, it turns into a 1-up, right?
Yeah.
But if you get a 2.0 multiplier, it's automatically a life piece. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Alright, I understand it. Did you pick B or A?
I picked B.
Alright.
I don't know how different the dialogue is, and there's no skip button.
2.0, yeah, so I get how it works. If you get a 2.0, then it's guaranteed life piece outside the system. I just don't really know how much you're supposed to get to equate to a ×2. The dialogue is different, Andrew, yeah.
Okay.
Because she's not possessed by the weapon. But that's alright. Wagasaki Hime doesn't have a lot to say to either any character. It gives you 4 bomb pieces, then 1 life piece. Okay, that makes more sense. What about in instances like that where the boss drops it? Are the boss drops set, or are those also on the cycle of 1 to 5?
They're set, because I don't think we saw them drop any life pieces.
Well, they do, but it's usually bomb pieces. The boss drops are also on the rotation. Okay, so if you get... So now you're on 2 bomb pieces, I think.
Well, I'm on some of
So
them.
there's the life piece, yeah.
Okay.
And then you go up the screen, and since you collected some items she dropped as well, it spawned another bomb piece, which gave you an extra one. So basically what it boils down to is learning how the stage works, so you can figure out how to get to the top of the screen to collect your items. And sometimes I guess it's more beneficial to constantly collect the bomb pieces to spawn the life piece, unless you're confident you're in a situation where you can get the 2.0. Oh, that was close.
Why aren't I hurting her?
But she's moving out of your way.
Is she dying?
No.
Oh, come on, don't time out.
You did.
Damn.
It laughed at you.
It did. I'll carefully survey the area. I couldn't hit her! She moved out of the way!
It's alright, chat. We're learning together about how the game works. I may complain about things, but, well, at least I give them a try. I can just say that playing all the different games now, I understand why the older ones are more popular. I like the way they work.
I do, yeah.
That said, I do like the characters that get introduced in the later games. The music's great. It's just the style of play is something you have to get used to in each game. Sometimes it ends up being an easier game, like Touhou 13. Touhou 13 seemed really difficult to get extra resources in, as well. Maybe not so much bombs, but definitely lives. Felt like life pieces were pretty whack. There's also the thing where you can start with more lives in the earlier game, so...
Yeah, we were kind of carried by that.
Oh, definitely. 100%. You know, she kind of scares me. I don't know how to do her spell cards, and when I don't know how to do them, I panic and bomb.
Yeah.
If I knew how to do the spell cards a little bit better, I'm sure my resources would look better.
I do not do a lot of damage.
Well, you're not at max power.
Well, that, and all, like, I just mean, like, in general, you know.
How does Sakuya move? Is she, like, as fast as Reimu?
I don't know, because I haven't played Reimu, but...
That was a 2.0, yeah. So that'll be a 1. Okay, no, it won't be a 1.0. Well, now that you have max power, they're still gonna drop P's. 0.8, okay. Sakuya's movement is between Reimu and Marissa. Okay, so it's not ridiculously fast, but there's a little more oomph.
Yep. There are even yokai running muck that's close to movement. Facing against Sakuya is like a Babylon thing.
Have you come to exterminate me?
Well, yes. I received an order to tame the raging yokai.
It's futile, you're too late. Our yokai counterattack has already begun. You see, these people don't have much to say.
No. They're just weak yokai who are joining this little rebellion.
I 1cc'd normal 10 desires on my first try, because that game is not that difficult.
No. I know I didn't want to see the game, but I will still agree to that notion that it's not the most difficult.
Expecting a 1cc on the first try is pretty egotistical, that's for sure. The game, you can figure out the patterns and play better, for sure. That was my first attempt, so I did pretty well, all things considered, but thinking I could just beat the game, that probably wasn't going to happen. I don't remember what 16th gimmick is.
I don't know anything about, like, anything anymore.
Touhou 15 forces you to get a 1cc, though.
What do you mean forces?
When you die, you restart at checkpoints.
Oh.
That's the way the game works. So technically, you beat the game without dying. Unless you play Legacy mode, which requires you, in order to get the ending, to not die. So you can play it on that difficulty, but you're also not encouraged to.
So lunatic.
See ya, Bull. Season releases. What game do I consider myself the best at? I don't know. The best I ever played was on PCB. I did okay on EOSD, and I like Imperishable Night. But after that, well, my ability to play these games just isn't there. Wonder why that is.
Yeah, that's basically me, except I don't know how I can beat 10.
I feel like you can get in between the middle of those lasers, but I'm not ballsy enough to try.
No, I'm not gonna try that. Not while I'm doing that.
The sparkler effects on the end of her bullet stream confuse me.
Time stop.
That was weird.
What?
It just stopped time, Andrew. It didn't blow the bullets up. That's why it's a score one, because it creates a lot of points. Andrew has been defeated by the stage 2 boss.
I'm just gonna put the knife.
I'm
just gonna put the knife back.
All right, here we go. 16's gimmick is pretty nice, but why do they have to have gimmicks? You know what I liked? And as a Reflections, the 2D shooter one, their gimmick was something called Danmaku Rush, which is if you press a button, you're allowed to zippity zoop all over the screen and suck bullets into you. And the more bullets you suck in, the more damage you do. And some spell cards you could instantly do in one cycle because you just accumulated so much bullets. That was fun. You just super tackle your opponents and skip spell cards. I got really good at that game.
I know you did.
I beat it on Lunatic with no bombs before I could 1cc normal on a regular game. So, yeah.
So it is that big game.
Shot type gimmick, not a resource gimmick. 16 sounded like a good game then. That's right, chat. Suck. You got the emote, you better use it.
Play DMC2 is best.
16 is points for lives. That's nice to hear.
Play Touhou 15 is best.
Chat, what's your favorite Touhou game?
Probably 8.
Mine's 8 as well. I like 8 because it has some of my favorite characters and my favorite character, as well as some of my favorite music.
Yes, yes, and yes. Also the fact that I can get carried by 7 lives.
Touhou 11 has a lot of my favorite music too, but it's really, really hard, so I don't play it very often. Kind of just enjoy them all. That's a good answer. You skipped it again. Oh wait, no, you're on Sakuya again, yeah. Touhou 3 is actually pretty good, yeah. The music in that game is pretty sick. I like Dim Dream, or Marissa's theme. I like Yumemi's theme, and I like Mima's theme. Those are my 3 favorite themes in that game.
I don't know much about the older Touhou music.
Maybe someday when I figure out how to get a PC98 emulator working and recording properly. Apparently that's hell. My favorite is definitely Strawberry Crisis. That's Yumemi's theme.
Oh, I almost got kicked by a bullet.
In Touhou 9, my favorite theme is Gensokyo Past and Present, which is Yuka's theme. Medicine has a really good theme too.
But it's too bad it's medicine.
But it's tied to medicine, yeah. Komachi's theme is really good. I mean, Aya's theme is really good. But the thing is, Wind God Girl existed before Touhou 9. That's why it's called Wind God Girl short version in the game. And Shigeki's theme is also really good. Touhou 9 Aiki's Clapping Symphony. They're all good. They're all really good. Touhou 9 introduced a lot of great characters. And I know technically Aya's first appearance wasn't Touhou 9, it was before that. But it was her first game appearance, so I'm gonna count it. I just often think about how the new characters to show up in Touhou 9, where Yuka came back, Aya made her first appearance in the games, Komachi first appeared, and Shigeaki first appeared, and Medicine has to compete with those 4 for relevancy. That is so hard, dude. Medicine who?
Dog world.
I really like Komachi. Everything about her character is just like, I like it. And then she also became a fighter in 10.5. That's pretty cool.
She's a lazy bone.
Medicine does have a good theme, yeah. A really good theme. Her gimmick is dumb. Doesn't she have like poison clouds all over the damn place? I remember something like that in Baka Quartet, but I don't think I fought Medicine in Chirno's story. I fought Yuka, didn't I?
Might have.
Medicine's fun to play as. I only played as Chirno. That's all. Me and Andrew didn't do verses. I don't even know if I tried to set that up.
I don't know if you tried either.
Probably didn't. And
I assume. Oh.
I bet it wasn't gonna work too.
Probably not.
And if the clouds stack, you also can't see your character. That's the most fun of all. Chat, who would you argue is the most forgotten Touhou character? And don't say Mima, because that's an easy answer. PC98 is not allowed. You can't say Mima.
I would also argue that stage 1 bosses are not.
Koishi, you're technically correct, and I hate that you're correct, but you know what I mean, you smartass. Koishi is the correct answer, yes. I said no PC98. Ellie is PC98. The extra stage boss of this game? I don't know. I think Raiko stands out pretty well with her snazzy suit. Yumeko? Who? Medicine? I would say Medicine, yeah. Ben's sister? Probably, because nobody remembers her goddamn name.
I would argue... well, this might just be a personal thing, but I don't really think about Mamizo that much.
Really?
No.
She's in the fighting games.
When you told me that she was the extra, like when I found out she was the extra stage boss, I was like, really?
She's in every fighting game after 12.3. She's plot relevant, dude.
Well, I don't think
Nue is the character who pretty much doesn't show up ever again. She's also Kecleon in Gensou Wander. Can't believe you forget her. She also has a role in the Forbidden Scrollery, or Kozusu's stuff, because she's in there. Alright, so it looks like you just have to streamline the bullets, and you also killed some of the heads to make it easier. Alright, understand.
Because my knives just kind of go wherever they feel.
I would say Shizuha and Minoriko don't really count, because they are quite well known for how forgettable they are, which is kind of funny when you think of it like that.
They're like Maractus. People only know Maractus exists because of how unbelievably forgettable he was.
They're the go-to, like, not the Aki sisters, no! But then you're unironically remembering them because they're so forgettable.
Like Maractus.
Exactly.
Like, everyone was, like, super concerned about whether or not Maractus would be in Sword and Shield.
They're
not because they liked Maractus, but because no one would care if he was gone.
They're popular because they're unpopular? That's what it is, though, yeah. Like Finneon. Finneon is one of the most forgettable Pokemon in the entire series. That was actually the last Pokemon I got in my Gen 4 decks, because you know in Gen 4 you have to see every Pokemon in the decks to get the national decks?
Yeah. Ah!
Yeah, I saw that one coming. Well, I was missing one Pokemon, and I straight up couldn't remember like what it was that went there. And then I had to Google it, and it's like, Finneon! And I was like, what the fuck is a Finneon? And it evolves into the ever-fantastic Luminion.
Yeah.
Mr. Bastion is alive. Why, though? That's one of my favorite comments on that entire page. Ichiden is in the fighting game, so that automatically gives her something to be remembered by. You know, my headcanon on Ichiden is that she's a very beautiful lady, but she dresses like a nun, so you don't actually get to see that. Like, when she takes her hood off, she's super attractive, but when she wears her hood, she just looks like a nun.
You know what Pokemon is somewhat forgettable? Floatzel.
Floatzel? I disagree. I remember Weasel from the anime.
Well, yeah, you remember Weasel, but you remember Floatzel.
Oh yeah, because it's Crasher Wake's, it was Crasher Wake's Pokemon.
I honestly don't remember any signatures from Gen 4.
Crasher Wake, what, really?
Well...
Cranidos, Roserade,
No, wait. Oh my god, I guess did she have a Roserade that early?
I forgot that the Gen 3, or the Gym 3 was changed in Platinum, so Miss Maggie is technically, otherwise it was like Riftbloom, I think.
Riftbloom.
Mei Ling was Lucario, of course. I don't... Wait, I just said Wake. Wake is Floatzel. Byron is Bastiodon. Candace is Abomasnow. And Volkner is Electivire in the in Platinum, and like
Probably Luxray.
Yeah, it was Luxray and Diamond and Pearl. So that's why Volkner sucked. He had like what was it, Ambipom and Lopunny or some shit?
No, Flint was the one with Lopunny.
Or he had Ambipom, I think. I know he had like 2 electric types. And Miss Magius. Well, what constitutes the main character? Any stage 5 boss for the most part. Characters on the least like 16 can't count as forgotten due to being too new. Yeah, I'd agree to that. Characters from 16 haven't really had enough time to develop in terms of fandom. However, I feel like the characters of 17, with the exception of Ebisu, have had a lot more fan art. Like, I swear to God, I see Saki and Yashi and Keiki and Mayumi all the time. Mayumi was all over my Twitter feed when the game was still relatively new. But Urumi was basically just, hey, you can now draw cow tits, and it is Zun certified. And people were like, that's awesome. But that was about the extent of that. And Ebisu, I honestly can't remember the last time I saw any artwork of Ebisu. And you could say, oh, but it's a stage 1 boss. They don't get much artwork to begin with. And to that, I say Nazarin and Rumia exist. God, those are some popular stage 1 bosses.
It's a shame they're stage 1 bosses, but someone has to be.
I like Rumia and Nazarin. They're my favorite stage 1 bosses.
I like Rumia. I don't care about Letty in the slightest.
No. Well, the problem with Letty is she only appears in winter, So she, yeah, you forgot.
I got kicked, and I'm already...
Letty only comes during the winter time, so you don't get to see her like ever again. The only time she's appeared, like technically she could have appeared in Touhou 11 because that takes place in winter, but since you go underground, she has no chance of really making an appearance.
Just explode and kill her already.
Maybe she'll come back someday, just as a mid-boss or something. Who knows? Letty deserves more. You can say that about a lot of characters, though.
I'm way too far up because I got the wires tangled.
Touch the Reimu. Good old Nazalin.
Wow.
I'm surprised that Letty didn't make an appearance in Touhou 16, considering the entire gimmick of the game was seasons, you know? Like, that's the perfect time to bring characters like Lily White and Letty and even the Aki sisters. Like, the Aki sisters could have appeared as the mid-boss in Stage 2, because the Yokai Mountain is currently enveloped in the Season of Autumn, where they were originally in Touhou 10 anyway. They could have appeared, so why didn't they? The thing is, though, there's no actual, like, spirit of summer, so to speak. Like, you have the Aki sisters, who, one's the goddess of harvest, the more popular one, the younger sister, and the older sister, Shizuha, who's the goddess of autumn. And then you have Lily White, who isn't necessarily the harbinger. Well, I guess she is the harbinger of spring, but she kind of shows up to run around and be like, hey, spring's here. And then you have Letty, who is the spirit of winter as well. But I find that most people just assume that Yuka is the quote-unquote spirit of summer. And I think that's just because of sunflowers. Whatever. It's fine. There is
I
no...
almost got kicked.
There's no official, like, season character for summer. Yuka is all seasons. I know, but she seems to be associated with summer the most, and I think that's because of her sunflower garden, which would definitely be at its brightest in the summertime.
Yeah.
Fine by me. I mean, if you need a rep for summer, you might as well pick a badass. Figured Zun forgets his characters. I think it's more so that Zun just wants to focus on new characters and expand on his other characters in media. Because making new characters is fun. And Zun does a good job of making good characters that are memorable despite their lack of appearances.
Flandre.
Well, yeah, see? People love Flandre. And she's only appeared in one, like, main series game. And other than that, she's only appeared in written works and then spin-off games that are still canon, of course, because they are made by Zun. But he just does a good job with that. And I can understand him wanting to make more characters, because let's face it, chat, we all like seeing new characters whenever a new Touhou game is announced. That said, I have a very important question. Is the new Touhou girl that works in the bar in the human village with the whale hat, is she actually a whale? Like, I honestly don't know what she's supposed to be, and a lot of the fan art has kind of died off a bit on her, so I'm just curious as to who she is. People thought she was actually a whale yokai, and I'm like, is there such a thing? But as far as I can tell, she just wears a silly hat, which is par for the course for Touhou characters. Amelia has a pet chupacabra named Tupai. That's true. I haven't gotten that far in the written works, though. Yoshika makes a reappearance in the same game. Gogasa makes an appearance in 12 and 13. No, she's a pink-haired yokai. She kind of reminds me of Yuyiko in like her look, but she wears a whale hat, and she's like a hostess at a bar or something in the human village. Apparently, Gold Rush is canon. At least Lily would like to tell you that, because every time I fail to mention that game, he brings it up. So I'm gonna assume it's canon. Who is this not Yatsuhashi you're fighting? This is the world-renowned character, not Yatsuhashi, of course.
Who?
I just told you, not Yatsuhashi.
Okay, but not who?
I'd argue these characters are some of the most forgotten.
Well, I'm the most forgotten, because I'm dead.
Sakuya is one of the most popular characters in all of Touhou, Andrew.
I'm talking about me specifically.
Nice.
I am the dead.
We're gonna get the written works for Touhou. They're all on the wiki, actually. If you just go on the Touhou wiki, you'll find a big subsection of them on the front page. I've been reading them in the order of release date, which you can find that information out on the actual Wikipedia article of Touhou Project, so I've been using both of them. Oh, nice dodging.
Oh, I don't know how I got through that, but I did it.
I'm like 10 pages away from being able to start Wild Horn Hermit, which I've been looking forward to starting. But Wild Horn Hermit's a little awkward because even though chronologically it started next in where I am, but it's also the latest one to have concluded. That's how long it's been going. So I'm gonna end up reading it, and it's gonna bypass a lot of things, and it's gonna be weird. Where am I at so far? I'm currently reading the third unofficial, official 4-comma gag manga that ties in with the release of Silent Sinner in Blue. So there's Silent Sinner in Blue, right, where they go to the moon. There's Renegade Lunatic in Cage, or whatever it's called, which is the short story light novel works that give insight on different characters' motivations during the events of Silent Sinner in Blue. And then there's the Rabbit in Inaba, or whatever it's called, which is just some like 30-chapter, it's some 30-chapter 4-comma series featuring the characters from the Anti-Mansion. And I don't think it's actually canon, but it's also like kind of officially canon because Zun had a hand in it apparently. I don't really know exactly how that works. But the art is adorable and the jokes are funny, so I'm reading it anyway.
I don't bomb.
I like it because the art is really good. Although Racing definitely gets bullied pretty hard in it.
No bully the rabbit.
So then after that I'll be reading Horn Hermit, and then after Horn Hermit I'm probably going to be ending up reading Forbidden Scrollery, which I am excited for because it seems like Forbidden Scrollery is actually going to have some conflict where characters get legitimately angry. And when I think about it, I don't think Touhou characters have ever really been legitimately angry. They're all just kind of shitheads.
I mean, Flandre was pretty pissed about being locked away for a while.
But that's of her own. She doesn't care.
I don't know, man. She seemed pretty...
She doesn't care, though.
But she did.
But she didn't.
But she did.
Why
would she break out of the basement if she didn't want to be in there?
Well, she only cared because she knew that Reimu showed up and there was a strong person in there. And she was like, I want to play too. And then Marissa showed up and had to deal with it. She didn't break out because she was like, that's it, 495 years, I'm sick of this shit! Like Touhou characters, why was Flan locked away? No one really knows. The thing is, Flan herself doesn't seem to necessarily mind, so I wouldn't even say it's really being locked away. But she's definitely too powerful for her own good, and she has no, like, real grasp on her own ability, or, like, how to hold back. So she's kind of incredibly dangerous. So I think Remilia keeps her in the mansion so she doesn't run out and wreak havoc and break rules. Because then as soon as she goes and does that, well then you got someone like Yukari stepping in, right? And if Yukari steps in and says, hey, you best not do that because I'm going to have to come in and fuck your shit up, you kind of have to sit there and evaluate everything. Because if Yukari, of all characters, is showing up at your doorstep and warning you about a potential ass-kicking, you take that seriously. Because Yukari has never been serious. Even when she is being serious, she does it very, very lightheartedly.
Remember when she woke up from a long nap and then hit you with some of the hardest spell cards known to man?
She had 11 spell cards after just waking up. Imagine her at full power.
Yep.
Detective Satori showed us that Flandre is a canon neat, so that's something. I didn't know that. I haven't touched that series yet because it's fairly new. I don't know much about it, just that it's called Cheating Detective Satori because she's a cheating detective. Because she can read your mind, so she doesn't need to ask you questions. She can just see the answer anyway. Enjoy that. I will definitely enjoy that, as if I could actually see what it is. It's just a giant link. Way to go. Play any of the shoot 'em up fan games? No. I've never played a script. Only the official ones. We're in an awkward situation.
Oh, fine. Now?
Ah, yes, the classic. Yukari is one of the easier ones. I'm not going to tell you why she's easy, Andrew. I'm just going to tell you that she's easy, so you can feel very inadequate about your ability to play the game when you lose to her.
Well, I mean, obviously she must be easy if people are saying it.
I mean, she's obviously easy. She's in Touhou. Why wouldn't she be easy? Yeah, I don't care who's easy. They're difficult. They're all difficult. You can say they're easy if you want, but that doesn't mean much. You're not hitting her. At least I think you're not hitting her.
My knife's home in.
Neat by choice. Have like Kaguya. Although I'm not really sure if Kaguya is a character that... Like, there's so many different personalities attributed to Kaguya. I can't tell which one's canon anymore. I like to believe she's just a curious sort. But she's also kind of a shithead.
Don't some fans portray her as kind of crazy?
Yeah, some people portray her as a lunatic. Because she's been alive so long. She no longer has a grasp on things, or whatever. And so she's just a massive meanie head. I don't like that portrayal of her very much, because it's not very fun. It's like when... Nice.
Okay.
It's like when people portray Koichi or Flandre as like some kind of serial murderers. And it's just like, do they have to be? You know, you can be strong and not be a serial killer.
No, Dylan, you have to be crazy and a serial killer.
Apparently so.
Okay, cool.
I don't know why you keep going above her.
Because I wanted to get to the bottom of her.
But
and then I flipped, and then I died anyway.
That's not how it works, Andrew. The flip doesn't change your position.
Yes, it does.
No,
I'm at the top when I flip.
No, you're
I'm
not.
At the top.
Yes, it is. No, it's not.
It is 100% how
No, but you're at... The screen only flips around like that, so even though you're at the top, you're still shooting downwards.
Alright, but then I can move easier.
But you can't hit her when you're above her from below.
Yes, I can! My knife's home in!
That's... You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Chad, he's stupid. It's
you are
easy.
Stupid. You are
it's
stupid.
So easy.
Oh.
There it is, the magic word, the word easy.
Yeah, Dylan. Look at Dylan. He's playing the big man now. He lived long enough to see himself become the villain.
That's right. It's easy. I don't have to explain why it's easy, Andrew. I'm just gonna tell you that everything you lose to is easy, so that way you can feel worse about losing to it.
Well,
because
good
it's
job.
just
It's working.
So easy. That was, you didn't even need a bomb there, Andrew. That was such an easy gap to get through. Look at that. It's so simple. See?
Yeah, it's so simple. I didn't even have to move.
Exactly.
It's so easy a monkey could do.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Andrew, that was so easy to dodge. Come on. You had homing amulets. You'd be doing pretty well for yourself.
I have homing knives.
Well, you have to let them activate first. Otherwise, they don't actually do damage.
Like
wow, that looks really hard, actually, without
yeah.
Without homing
I'm trying
amulets.
to do this like in a way I'm not supposed to, and it's spoiler alert. It's not quite working out.
But Andrew, it's easy.
Dylan, you want to explain yourself?
No, I don't want to explain myself. I'm just being a shithead.
I know you fucking don't.
Because I'm sick of reading comments that tell me things are easy when I die to them. It's not helpful. It's far from helpful.
It reminded me of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge joke because I was watching that again recently, where it's like, yes, I'm going to win. I'm going to win with the card Kaiba gave me. I mean, the card is lame. Card is lame. Why would you give me such a lame card, Kaiba? You lame-o. Kaiba, I think he's buying it. You have such a good poker face, Yuki. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! In general.
Practicing Seija makes sense to me because a lot of the difficulty from her card just comes from getting used to the actual shift and movement ability, which is pretty whack. So unless you're comfortable with inverted controls, it's gonna be real whack, yeah.
Okay, it is a known fact of the universe that you cannot trust someone that uses inverted controls.
I'm not giving Andrew a hard time, I'm just projecting my own frustrations onto him because he's here, and he understands as well.
Yeah, I understand.
You know how many times I read like Christian's comment section on Touhou, and there's always someone in there who just feels it necessary to say how easy something is.
Dude, the first time I got a hate comment was when I talked about Cloud and Smash, and that was back when like that was relevant. And someone was like, actually, Andrew, Cloud got into Smash because he is a very popular and highly requested character, and he's similar to Ike. And I think you're just salty, so show me where the 4 Glory Cloud hurt you. That is exactly what he said. I was just like,
why?
I was just like, okay, man.
That is some 101 projecting there. That is some hardcore projecting.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you know what the similarities between Ike and Cloud are? They have dicks and big swords.
You know what's interesting is I actually saw a lot of comparison between those two characters when Cloud was first released.
Well,
however, people also thought that Cloud was mid-tier when he first came out.
Yeah.
Fucking Esam was like, Cloud's mid-tier because all his important aerials have his feet too low to the ground. Oh boy, did that opinion stick for a whole 12 seconds.
Remember when Bayo got nerfed and then she was top 15 at best?
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
They also both fight for their friends. That's true.
It's true. That is kind of like Cloud's...
I've never seen a comment that salty before.
Ew!
I just remember when I said that I was talking about when we were doing we were fighting Flandre, and I mentioned that you don't like homing bullets against her
because Cranberry Trap is fucking impossible.
Yeah, because the homing bullets home in on the wrong spot in Cranberry Trap. And one of the comments was just like, "What are you talking about, Dylan? I beat Flandre, and yes, it was tight like that with the homing bullets, and it was easy." And I was like, "Fantastic!
Good for you, man."
Congratulations.
I think I ran out of continues again. Yeah, I did.
Andrew loses. You can go another one.
No, I've had it.
Alright.
I've endurance down. I
Alright.
think we've gone for long enough.
I'll go one more. I'll go one more.
Sure.
What's my favorite stage 3? In terms of stage, like music or boss? Because stages as themselves are pretty irrelevant to me in that sense, because I don't remember anything that happens in them anyway.
I
But
think my answer to that question is stage 3 regardless, because I love the stage theme, I like playing Asia, and I like Kaine as a character.
yeah, I can agree with all of that. Just when I think about it, I'm gonna try. What am I gonna try? I guess I'll try a regular Reimu. I'll try Purification Rod Reimu.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about your silly control scheme. I pressed my focus button and it paused, and I was like, why the hell is the pause button L? Andrew, that makes so little sense.
It's the default. Well, no, it's not. It's just...
Andrew, don't you know how easy it is to set a key config properly?
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I know, but you did it wrong. Alright, here we go. So how does this work? Oh my god, she literally just has a giant stick that homes in. It doesn't seem to be working.
You know what it does do?
Speed! Well, alright.
Bead stick, that's speed! The stick is pretty dumb though, and at low power it tends to not work well.
I'm noticing that, yeah, it's not
You'll
doing a
often
good
have
job.
to get close and reset it right onto the boss.
Chirno, catch this giant stick. Imagine just playing Danmaku with your old pal Hakude Reimu, and she's like, alright, I'm gonna try this out. And she just throws a stick in your face, and it's constantly like whipping you in the face like a goddamn feather duster. And you just kind of like, Reimu, what are you doing? Please quit it.
What you got there? A smoothie.
I love that scene.
iCarly has good memes.
I enjoyed that show, my Nick teen years.
Yeah. I just think that Jerry Trainer is a generally funny man.
He is. He's got a good sense of humor.
He's got that certain funny charm to him. And it might also be because he played Crazy Steve.
He has good delivery. That's what it is.
Come on, Dora. You're the one with the map. Don't ask me. That was my favorite scene.
I don't remember there being yokai that run amok on this kind of lake.
The feet guy at Nick made everything weird. You know, Dylan was talking about that at work.
Yeah, well, he's the one who made the shows, so even though he was feet guy, he made some really good shows.
You there. You're that famous shrine maiden, aren't you?
He was a creep, though. A mermaid? Oh, wait, it's just a small fry.
It's been so many eons since anyone last took us seriously. It's about time for all of us yokai to flourish.
Here's my whippy stick! You remember the show What About Mimi?
Yeah.
Chat, you ever see that show, or is that one of those obscure Canadian cartoons that nobody actually knows about?
I hope someone in chat knows what Angela Anaconda is.
I know what that is. That was in a
Yup.
Digimon movie. I don't know why, though. See, I remember it specifically because there was an episode where they had like some kind of like science fair invention project thing, and the weird stoner kid created fart in a can. And it was just cans. It was like, homemade fart in a can. And at the end of the episode, somebody knocked over his stockpile, and they all opened up, and he was like, oh no! And there was just a green cloud of everything. That confuses me. Why did that stick with me so long in my life, I wonder? Why do I still remember fart in a can?
Dan, hold him tighter, she's a fighter, Schneider. I'm not gonna question that.
the toe god.
Angela Anaconda was horrifying? Yes, it was. I didn't really think about how
I'm pretty
horrifying
sure.
it was.
Oh, hold on. And here I thought that mermaids were quiet, sort of yokai. Something definitely going on. Purification rod is worrying me a bit too. Remember that episode of Angela Anaconda where she gets the cow bank dummy and she starts doing ventriloquism with it?
God, maybe I do. I don't remember much of these shows.
I remember that episode because at the end of the episode she throws it in a dumpster, right? And it plays the basic like the ending theme, and then the puppet's eyes open up in the dumpster, and it plays a really jarring like sound effect.
Oh.
And this sound effect has never ever been heard on the show before until this moment, and it scared the shit out of me. Like look it up,
I'll have to, yeah.
It's probably on the internet, but just look up Angela Anaconda cow puppet scene, and it'll probably give you the last like 10 seconds. And let me tell you, you may look at that and think that's not that scary, but when you're like a babu, an itty bitty babu, you see that shit and you're like, that's a certified no thanks out of 10.
Who remembers Oliver's Adventures?
That's the ginger kid.
Yeah, the one who had the toys that he would sometimes go into an alternate.
Yeah, he was the guy who discovered that chocolate's made from like cocoa beans, and he was like, chocolate is a vegetable. I remember that.
I don't. I just remember that he had a big Chad barbarian.
I remember the episode where these alpacas were like spitting on this man.
Oh god, yes, I remember that one.
Because he smelled like shit. And then the Oliver dude was like, don't you think he smells like shit because you're spitting on him? And they were like, no way. And then they spit on each other and smell each other. And they're like, ew, we smell like shit.
I do remember that one, actually.
And then they learn to coexist. That is one big-ass stick. Look at that.
It is a pretty big stick. I remember the one where everyone became... I don't remember what was doing it, but everyone was becoming like mindless zombies that would just chew up eggplant and then spit them in the little jars.
What?
I don't remember what was happening or why it happened, but I don't know.
Mr. Meaty. Oh my god. You remember... Oh, hold on.
I do remember.
Are you okay really acting up so near to the village? Must be a full-blown incident.
You showed up quick. You come to exterminate me?
Hey, thanks for coming right to me and saving me the trouble. I'll clean this up quickly.
It's true then. If you stay docile, humans get arrogant.
You're just weaklings trying to sound cool, aren't you?
How dare you, a powerless human. I'll make you have nightmares every time you see a head.
Do you remember the show Untalkative Bunny?
You might have to explain it to me, because I don't.
It's about a yellow bunny who lives in an apartment who doesn't talk. And I think he's got like a friend squirrel. I don't remember the exact details, but one episode in particular that I do remember is he ends up walking into the halls of his apartment building, and he looks through a peephole, and there's a ghost sitting on a chair, and the chair is facing away from him. And Ghost Dude's like, he mentions a name, and he's like, is that you? And he gets out of his chair and flies right up to the little peephole and looks in at the bunny man. And I'm sitting here like, that's fucking horrifying. There is a ghost living next door to you, and it is 100% aware of your presence.
Oh, you can't get through this. This is easy as shit. Oh my god, you just smacked him.
You're getting duffed. But then the bunny's just like, ugh, and then walks away. And it's like, I think you should probably react differently to that, but what do I know?
Yeah, what do I know? I'm just a dumb kid.
I'm coming to beat your ass with my giant rod.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
There we go.
What the heck? Okay, we've been here.
Yokai extermination is my specialty.
Wait, could you be...
That's right! Didn't you see my purification rod?
Well, excuse me.
There we go. I like that. That's probably my favorite bomb so far. Is the one where she the giant rod just duffs you. Bamboo Forest of the Lost. How did we get here anyway? Like,
I don't know.
What compelled our character to travel here?
I have no idea.
Like, the way this game works is you start at the Misty Lake, you head to the human village, then you head to the Bamboo Forest of the Lost, then you head to the sky, and then you head to a castle in the sky? Like, what are we doing here? Are we playing a Ghibli film or something?
I don't even question how we get to where we go to. We end up here and I accept it.
Trying to piece together Touhou, the Touhou map is pretty much impossible. I don't think there's actually an official one that exists yet. I would love an actual map of Gensokyo, but I don't imagine what happened.
You got hit by something. I like how there are hints of the Touhou 8 Stage 4 theme in this song.
Well, it's the same location.
Yeah. It's a nice touch and I like it. What was another super old... we talked about this a little bit, but like a few weeks ago on the car, but Yakety Yak.
I hated that show.
You hated it?
It was... All I remember is the Yak wanted to be a comedian. He sucked, and he was an asshole to his friend, the pineapple-headed kid.
The pineapple who wore...
He wore Hawaiian outfits, and the pineapple's dad was just a fucking pineapple with no body. And it was really weird, because nobody questioned it.
I remember... The only thing I remember from that show are those two and Mr. High Pants.
I forgot about that guy.
Mr. High Pants. He is exactly what you think he is. He is a man with very high pants. But it's not like he just has long legs. No, he's basically just legs and then his head. The Yakety Yak don't talk back. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, whenever I think of the Touhou map, I just think of Puppet Dance Performance.
Yeah, it's a pretty good map to work off of.
Come to exterminate me, yes?
Lots of yokai coming to get beat up today. It's like they all crave extermination.
Is that how you see it? Well, maybe they're just a little happy to be exterminated.
Happy?
They get to fight the professional yokai exterminator. But lone wolf yokai like us never get fought, you see.
Well, there's no end to those. Better to just stick to the ones who cause trouble. As much as I'd like to shoot first and ask later.
Oh, well, if I want you to fight me, I guess I'll have to be trouble.
I don't show any mercy to rampaging yokai. This super homing is so much better. Like, holy shit. Just a giant rod.
It does damage. One of my favorite shows as a kid, that only aired like in the summer, was The Ripping Friends.
Did you know that show was made by the same guy who made Ren and Stimpy?
Doesn't surprise me.
That guy's also a massive creep.
Oh.
Yeah. That show got canceled after one season.
Yeah. It's sad.
Clear the way, coming through, yokai exterminator extraordinaire.
The only thing I ever saw of Ren and Stimpy was a scene where they were trying to saw a log in half, and they decided that the motion that they would do was in the butt. That's how I'll word that.
That show was incredibly vulgar, yeah.
Yep. Like, the saw even went flaccid when they were done. Kind of funny, but yeah. But vulgar is the word. The rod is having trouble keeping up with her.
That's fine, it's still doing a pretty good job of doing that.
Sometimes I'm reminded that Fred got 3 movies.
Yeah, I don't like being reminded of that.
Thanks for reminding us.
I can't tell if those are scratches on her dress or if she just shedded like a mofo.
I lost even under a full moon.
Just a simple beast. Danmaku isn't power alone. You have to use your head too. Ugh, now my purification rod stinks of animals.
You're so mean. I don't even want to step outside today, much less fight.
Why not? Even though it's a full moon? Aren't you a werewolf?
Well, because I get so hairy.
I see. Yeah, so Kagero kind of does what Moko does, where she just kind of lives in the bamboo forest and escorts people out if they get lost.
How nice of her.
But she's also a werewolf, so people are like, holy shit, you're a werewolf, and they get kind of scared. Understandably so, I'd say.
Yeah. Werewolves aren't usually known for their kindness.
Well, werewolves don't even do anything until they actually turn. That's the thing. Like, Some people probably know they're werewolves, but if you don't know you're a werewolf, then it's like, are you really that much of a threat?
No. Kagero eats people who get lost?
No, she doesn't. She escorts them out.
Whoa!
I'm okay.
Not just a werewolf, a werehaunt wolf.
Couldn't even get a bonus for that, so I'm not doing it again.
Well, actually, Demo, you can't start off with well, actually, but I'll humor it anyway.
If you start off with well, actually, consider your point lost.
Well, actually, Wolvers in Shetland folklore are werewolves who are very kind and leave fish on the windowsills of poor homes so they have food. That's pretty sweet of them. Just as long as it's not puffer fish. That'd be a dick move if they don't know how to prepare that right. Oh yeah, now you get to fight Ben, since you haven't made it this far with a weapon.
I mean, I've only played, well, I was gonna say I only played twice, but I remember I quit out during Marissa.
Yeah. You didn't get this far.
Oh shit.
Stuffing. It's usually haddock and cod, I believe. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Haddock and cod are this little thing called edible.
Debatable. No bonus.
Whenever I word things like that, to go back to our comedian topic, I always think of this quote from George Carlin where he's like, I have this real moron thing I do, it's called thinking, and I'm not a very good citizen because I like to form my own opinions.
I'm making giant double U-shaped forms with my pattern movement here, and it's working.
Alright, Rap, here's how you get grapefruit out of your eye. Put more grapefruit juice in there.
It's true, if you put enough in there, you'll stop realizing there's grapefruit in there.
I'm just thinking of the scene from a superhero movie where the guy throws the hourglass on the ground and a shard of glass gets in his eye. And his assistant's trying to help him out, and he's like, alright, so you gotta open your eye, right? You gotta like swirl it around, and then you take it out with another piece of glass.
I have
Dylan, you almost maxed out your lives.
Yeah, I'm looking pretty good.
Yeah.
What is this eerie storm? There must be some kind of enemy here. My experience tells me so.
Found you! Tag, it.
Just gonna put a... What's Wesker's gun? Pot one right in my ass.
You look like you could be a good opponent.
See? A yokai. By all means, I'll take you on.
Hey, hold on, I found her first. That's Dirty coming in and stealing her from me, sister. Why not? I saw your battle earlier too. Your lackluster music just won't work. Now not for defeating this Tsukumogami user.
Tsukumogami user? Don't treat me like a yokai. I exterminate yokai like you.
I was so sure you'd be willing to ally. Whatever, I'll leave this to you, sister. Later. Bye, sister.
Hey, wait.
Now, stop staring into space. The world is being inverted, society and all. Now we shall decide who the strongest tool is.
I think the way it works is whatever one you didn't fight, you end up fighting at the extra stage boss, or mid-boss. Because Raiko's in the middle of a thunderstorm.
F in the chat to Ben's sister? Yeah, we hardly knew her. Didn't even learn her name.
Is my purification rod doing the thing?
No, Demo, don't feel bad. We were just messing with you because starting off any point with the word actually is just...
It's a meme.
It's kind of a meme, yeah. We weren't berating you. We were making fun of other people, basically.
I'm going to press the whippy stick button.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
This one's easy, Dylan. It's easy.
It's really weird.
It's easy. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm just going to tell you that it's easy. See how easy that was?
I understand, Master. Oh, fuck that. I saw those moving in a diagonal and I was done.
And now everyone's patting the Cleffa.
Uh-oh. What's this one?
Yeah, no, we understand, Demo. It's just, again, just starting off any point, regardless, whether you're trying to refute a point or explain a point, just starting off a thought with actually is just too much of a meme to pass up on.
Don't mind us.
cracking
We're
jokes.
just jaded old men who get angry at everything.
Yeah, we're retail workers.
Don't take it too personally.
We work retail. People get angry at us for the smallest shit. Fine, I give. I admit defeat.
Wait. What do you mean by inverting society?
Eh? Well, you see, one where even tools like me have such power. We had been docile before, but now is our era. Given your presence in this storm, you'll have your eyes on it too, don't you?
What?
The inverted castle floating in the sky, because that's where power is flowing from.
Pressing X wins games.
Especially
Funny
in
enough-
Touhou 14.
My X button is my bomb button.
Nice. Mine is my B button.
I'm not gonna skip by the ghost spawn, am I? I'm not quite sure how to deal with these ones yet. I don't get it. That worked.
Now, see, the kind of shit that me and Dylan deal with is when people want something and we either don't have it or it doesn't come with it.
And then they yell at us for it.
Yeah. Like, I told Dylan this story, but there was a day last week where I agreed to stay an extra hour because one of our guys called in sick. So I agreed to stay and make sure the store didn't explode. And there was this old lady who came up, and she wanted mac and cheese. And so I gave her the mac and cheese. And then she was like, okay, now I'm gonna get the meal with that. And I'm just like, the meal does not come with that much. And she was like, she started trying to argue with me about it. Like, I've come in twice before and they've given me the mac and cheese with the meal. And I'm like, yeah, you can get mac and cheese with the meal, but it's not coming with that much. And I'm not giving you that much. Especially because you're trying to argue with me about it. And like, I'm confident in my, I'm confident with that knowledge, so I don't even give a fuck if she has to speak to one of our managers because I know they're gonna tell her the same thing.
Unless they go to the big manager and he's like, oh no, we'll suck your dick and lick your toes if you just come back and spend $5 at our wonderful establishment.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't earn that death bomb, but you know
I
what?
earned so much, Andrew.
Alright, but I'm not done with the story. So she wants the 2-piece tendy meal. And so I give her 2 pretty well-sized tenders in my opinion. But she was like, can I get some bigger pieces? And I'm just like, I want to hurt you, but fine, I will. And so I give her 1 piece that she asked for, and then finding the second piece proves to be more difficult than it should. Because this bitch doesn't know what the fuck she wants, and tells me to go into the case from another angle to find one. And I'm like, it's not how it works.
I ran out of bombs.
And then the kicker here, the kicker of it all, is that the second tendy that I end up giving her is one that I had previously picked up twice before, and she said, no, that one's not big enough. And then the end of the story is that there was another lady that came up behind her like halfway through all this interaction, and another coworker ended up serving her. And she said to me, she was like, you did a really good job keeping your cool there. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you. Because I needed to hear that. I had enough of today. I just want to go home, lie down on my bed, and watch stupid memes on the internet. What? Who are you? There's no place for humans like you. Take your leave at once.
Oh, well, in that case, you really expect me to leave? You read, Andrew, sometimes you read dialogue like you're on Twitch delay, I swear to God.
Why?
Because you read a sentence, and then she says something next, and then you don't talk, and I'm like,
I read it ahead.
What's the big idea of building a castle in the sky?
Oh, I see. That purification rod. Looks like it has a mind of its own. I guess that means it's been possessed by her.
What's that?
What a hassle. Was the compensation too great? I guess the world won't be turned on its head so easy.
Hey, could you be? Are you really plotting a social upheaval?
Hehehe, indeed. Soon the mighty will lose their power and the weak will rule this world.
I'm stunned. I didn't think any yokai would do something so fruitless.
Fruitless, you say? Just how much have the weak been oppressed for you to say that? You couldn't understand, so... Now taste our frustration in this castle that turns everything on its head.
Sage's ability is more annoying than it is effective.
Kinda like racing.
That is unfortunately true. Why am
like, yeah, racing, that's cool and all, but how do they kill?
Yeah, illusion bullets don't actually hurt people.
Yeah, I've kind of grown jaded enough to the point where I kind of look down on some customers. But not all of them. Just the ones that immediately piss me off.
It's because some people are genuinely awful human beings.
Yes. And believe me, you know which ones they are. My favorite are the ones that give you unbelievably specific instructions. Like the guy who wanted bologna cut at 3/8 of an inch. Like, yeah, let me just
pull out my fucking measuring tape.
Let me just do that real quick.
I can't maneuver upside down. I just can't. Please don't ask me to do it.
Did you know why I was dying now?
Yeah, because you weren't good.
Dylan, I don't know what you're talking. No.
Look how fucking close I have to get not get hit by that.
Yeah, at least those hitboxes make sense, unlike the fucking rice.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Koishi has paranoia bullets that don't hurt you either. It's also ineffective. So what you're saying is that everyone's an idiot.
Yeah, but they scare you because Koishi's an extra stage boss.
It's true, they do.
Did you know I hate arrows because they kind of turn into ghosts at the end of them, and it freaks me out when I look at them?
Yeah. Reverse hierarchy.
I hate this one because now I'm upside down.
Yeah. That you were telling me
God
to do
damn
this
it!
earlier. You go to the bottom, and then you go to the top now. So
That's
you
even
can
harder!
At the bottom. No, it's easy!
Fuck that, I'm just pressing the bomb button.
And dead.
Gah!
Oh, what the heck. Was it too soon?
Is that how you plan to turn society on its head? I've beaten many yokai much more powerful than you.
Not yet. We're not giving up yet. As long as we have the treasure, we can become as strong as we'd like. If we can ignore a few consequences. Which she doesn't.
Hey, wait! Just going to run away? That's telling of a yokai who's all talk. In fact, I think it's more like she's leading me. Well, time to bite the bait.
Dude, working back shift sounds great because then you don't have to deal with people. That's why I don't mind working super early in the mornings either, because that's when you're like least likely to deal with customers.
I wish. Customers who show up at like 8 a.m.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I know the ones that do show up at that time are obvious. They're the most annoying free, but like they're few and far between, so they don't bother me as much.
I find myself saying, I can't believe customers are shopping at this hour at every hour of the day. So, yeah. Oh,
you just become jaded.
Well, that was silly.
You got a lot of band pieces. You go in 3 hours before your store opens? That's pretty sick. I wouldn't mind doing that, if only because that means 3 less hours of my shift where I will have to deal with people.
Damn it, I got greedy.
You know, it helps that that always gives you a bonus, so you don't have to be scared of it. Yeah, that's what dealing with Kaneko is like, Dylan.
I ain't dealing with that.
No, because you can't beat 10. You don't know what that's like, Dylan.
But you haven't beat 11, so it's okay.
But I've dealt with Utsuho.
But you haven't beaten her.
Oh, but you haven't even beaten Sanai. I don't know how you haven't. It's easy.
You didn't even 1cc fucking 10 desires, and that's easy.
Yeah, but I did 1cc 10.
Yeah, but who cares about 10? We're not talking about 10. Now the stage is set for battle. Come out, threat against Sokyo's
We weren't
peace.
talking about 10 though, because I brought up Kaneko.
No, we're not talking about it anymore because it goes against my argument.
Who's there? Oh, huh. It's the Hakare Maiden. Huh? I see that Purification Rod has received the treasure's power. Does that mean you've come to ally with me?
Ally with who?
Hooray! I'd be so glad to have a Shrine Maiden support. Gensokyo would be flipped on its head so easy.
So are you plotting a social upheaval then? Why would Reimu join you when she's literally top of the food chain? You know I wouldn't go along with anything like that, right?
Yeah, even she knows. Tools are speechless, worked hard until they're old and dirty. They aren't allowed to move or think. People are just grateful for them normally, and when they break, they're retired.
Yeah.
Kinda like people. The only ones satisfied with that are the users, the powerful.
Why are we comparing social hierarchy to stone and stick?
Bowl.
The most simplistic I can do is stone tied to stick. Has as much feelings as me. Okay.
You know, that is what the original hammer was made of. The big needle is a stick, and she has a fucking bowl on her head. Bowls were at one point in time the most advanced form of technology.
Because they held stuff.
They did. I don't even... Oh, okay, well... Is the dialogue really that different?
Well,
Now create a world with me where tools, weaklings can laugh together.
But there's no way I'd ally with someone undermining the social order.
Those born with power don't know the joy of earning it. But when I see that Purification Rod, I see there's no doubt in your heart.
See, chat? He did it again. He Twitch delayed me.
Because I wasn't paying attention. I hold the power of dreams in my hand. Behold the legendary treasure, the Miracle Mallet.
Miracle? Mallet? Could that really be?
I can see a future where you learn the plight of the weak and join me. Now, treasure, Mallet. Grant the power of dreams to the wordless tool. Smug face.
It says smug face.
You know what? Someone pointed that out earlier in chat, but I didn't pay
notice.
attention to it because I didn't know what they were talking about.
God damn it. He didn't draw a smug face. He just put the word smug face in front of her. And it's like, yep, that's a smug face.
You know who else holds stuff? Sonic. You know who held stuff? Jim Carrey. When he had to he momentarily had to carry that whole movie on his back. That was my favorite meme of the original design.
I'm just gonna press the button.
I mean, you may as well. You've got 5/8 of one. Hey Dylan, can you cut me a bomb 5/8 of an inch thick?
I don't know how I didn't get hit there.
I don't know either, but you know what? You don't question it. And now the chat's spamming the Aya emote. God damn it.
I smug. I love that emote.
You were referring to the He Carry Stuff magazine ad for Sonic Adventure? I'm not familiar with that one.
Did you say Drew Carey or Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey. Because he played Eggman.
I know he did.
And those were some of my favorite memes of the Sonic movie. It was like Jim Carrey's back broken after having to carry the entire Sonic movie on his back.
It looked like that for a while with the way the studio was doing it, but I heard the movie actually did pretty well.
It is doing quite well. It's fairly well received. I heard it's currently outdone Detective Pikachu in terms of box office sales.
And Birds of Prey.
Heh. I don't even know what that movie is.
Some kind of Suicide Squad sequel, I guess? I don't know.
You'll send it to me? I will appreciate that.
I'm gonna press this button so I don't have to deal with this.
My favorite video game out of all time is the one for Jam Sessions for the Nintendo DS.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Whoa, what the fuck is this? Fucking sponge cake? Fuck! Instant Rockstar Jam Sessions for the Nintendo DS.
I have no idea why they thought that was a good ad for that video game.
I don't know, man. It would have gotten me hooked. I just can't... You gotta imagine that situation where that happens, and then you're just supposed to continue the birthday party like nothing happened.
And then going to birthday got really awkward.
And no one ate dinner that night.
Well, I guess it's a cake. Oh shit, I'm thick! Big!
You know, I never really thought about it until the last time you did this, but this is technically a timeout spell, huh?
It is, yeah. Well, good thing this bomb lasts forever.
I also just realized she doesn't even have a health bar, so yeah.
Wow.
How? I don't know how you're supposed... Dylan, just bomb spam. Honest to God, I don't know how you're supposed to do this otherwise. Like, you are too thick. Like, thick thighs save lives, but right now they're kind of killing your ass.
Oh my god. I need another life piece for bonus life.
Oh yeah, there was that old Pokemon ad where they all get on the bus and then they just squish the bus and it creates a cartridge of Pokemon Red or Blue.
The fuck?
I don't know, I do remember that one. My favorite was the Heart Gold and Soul Silver ad, which featured the Sprouse twins.
Is my spinny thing doing its job?
It's spinning, so... Alright, don't blow it. You're out of bombs, so, you know, death is imminent.
This is our last one, right?
Yeah. There's 7 of her now, and they all shoot rainbows.
Not very rainbow-esque. It seems to be green, yellow, and orange.
Well, the kunai are rainbow.
Kunai?
With chain.
There's no chain, Andrew.
What is this?
That was a test.
What is this? What's a well-known Yu-Gi-Oh card that, like, you just can never quite remember what it does?
Kunai with chain.
I
don't know what it does.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yes, that is.
I actually don't know what it does.
Alright, she's almost dead. Just press X and win game.
Alright, I win.
Pot of greed. You know what? That's a fair point. I don't even remember.
Whoever said pot of greed, you get cheeky points.
Yooks, Python,
oh, shit.
Rapal, Minard.
No, you can't see that.
Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes doesn't do anything. It's just a really big monster with fat points. Oh, she got the stick, and she's hanging out with Redacted.
No, Marissa got canceled.
Well, I wasn't gonna tell them who because now they know who's in the ending.
I mean, they could have assumed that it was the character who appeared in the video game.
I need nasal spray. I cannot breathe.
Apparently the plan was... What was the plan, Raymond? We want to finish that sentence? Oh, I can't, because that would be spoilers. Gotta beat it yourself. What are you looking at?
He started laughing before I sniffed it, and then I ended up, like, exhaling it out of my nose. So I didn't quite inhale enough spray.
Oh my.
Hey buddy, you just rolling from Stupid Town?
Oh, what the fuck? Just go in a little box.
There's a little, like, rabbit cage. Oh wait, no, I can't say that name. She, itchy. Thanks.
So wait a minute. So she was normal size because of the mallet's power, but then once the game ends, she goes back to her normal size, her actual size. I think that's what it is. That's why she appears so big in the game.
Now listen to me. I'm not dumb. I have a brain. See? Here's a picture of it. That must be its actual size.
Isunboshi.
You ever think about the mental torment that SpongeBob goes through for that?
Yo, Zun said I'm cool.
Yo.
All clear. Congratulations. You're cool.
Yo.
Thanks, Zun. I am cool, ain't I?
You're a real gamer.
Memes, Jack. Oh, we're doing this again?
They left us their great isms. Zun is also 173 centimeters tall, and he likes birds.
Things you learn from credit scrolls. Way to go, Chad. I 1CC'd it on my second try because I learned the gimmick of the game and utilized it to max effectiveness, and I stopped being a bitch about bombs.
Alright, great. Now go do that with 10. You know, the one without a gimmick.
Maybe someday. No point in going back to 10 when we can move forward.
Hey, Magic Conch.
Touhou 15 will be great. Once we get to Touhou 17, we can revisit and we can start trying extra stages.
Yay!
For the games we've beaten, which aren't all of them, by the way. Maybe I'll get a score file because I'm a piece of shit and I don't want to play through UFO's main campaign again.
Neither do I. I don't want to play through Subterranean ever again.
The sales, boys, girls, and all Q organized. And you, chat! You! So the thing is, the difference between 1cc and normal and doing the extra stage is just learning basically 3 stages worth of information, but it's all on hard mode. I can do that. I did pretty good on Mommies though, and I can make it to the halfway point in Flan. But aside, and I made it to halfway into Ron's spell card too.
I can make it halfway. I can make it to halfway in Ron as well, but I can't.
I got to Moko and died.
I can make it a little bit into Moko.
Game over. Instantly game over.
4 band. I knew it was going to be something about being easy. I was like, if this has nothing to do with being easy, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. GG easy. GGeasy.
GGeasy, baby. I did it!
Yay!
And we're at 250. I don't really care to attempt the extra stage right now, honestly. Normally I would peek into it, but we've been going for almost 3 hours. And
yeah. No, don't worry. I know I can get Ron someday. And no, I'm not picking anything other than Sakia A.
I'm Touhou'd out.
I am also Touhou'd out.
We'll learn eventually. Once we practice the stages enough. It's just... I think the difference between the extra stage and the regular game is that when you play the regular game... first of all, that's impossible right there. When you play the regular game, you feel like if you lost a life before stage 4, then you're a dumb bum.
You're trash.
But when I play the extra stage and I lose a life on like the first enemy, I'll probably still restart. But if I'm like 10 seconds in and I lose a life, I'm like, that's okay. I'm expected to beat this without losing any lives anyway. Because like you can immediately retry the stage again. You don't have to replay the whole goddamn game to get back to stage 6.
I tend to be a bit more lenient with bombs and extra stages because they don't do much against the boss, which is going to take up over half the stage anyway.
I just press them on the enemy parts I don't understand. And the mid-boss. She has max lives against Chirno. I'm more than certain that's impossible.
Cheating.
Okay. But yeah, no, that's Touhou for the day.
Rayson has the most broken bomb in the game. Good.
Oh, for 15? I'm excited to play 15 because, well, either way, one of us is beating it because we have to. We're forced to beat it. So yeah. I'm probably going to go first on that one so I can say I beat it first. Then you have to beat it.
And then I'll try.
Basically, every stage has checkpoints, and then every boss's spell card is a checkpoint. So you're forced to play perfectly.
Okay.
And yeah, a lot of the design is kind of cheap. To make up for the fact that you can constantly restart it.
Okay.
Which makes it stream ending. No, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna run a BRB, and we're going to start.
Flow
a little bit later. Yeah. So
by we he means he because I will not be here.
Yep. I'm gonna kill the recording. Thanks for watching, guys.